Oh my
But she doesn't
God.
ask me. She doesn't ask me. So it's better whenever she doesn't ask me.
Yeah. You have no idea how long it took Tasha a long time to train me up.
Really? Well, I always felt bad when she came over to like me and Squishy's apartment or Jacob Peterson's apartment. I apologize. Um, to like at any time, like it wasn't terrible, but like we'd have enough
Now
stuff around
recording.
that like I felt bad. Like I mean, we'd have a couple dishes in like
Yeah.
the sink and stuff. I'd be like, man.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah, I guess.
sorry.
By the way, hi Craig.
Well, the options are tonight. If y'all want to do my game, we can do my game, or I think Ron said he's got the vampire ready. Jaden, I don't think you've even made your character on mine.
Yeah, so if y'all want to play in an hour, I'm just kidding. I could probably do it pretty quickly if y'all want to do that.
If you just want to throw a character together real quick.
Yeah, I'm kind of down for Frank's. Just we can, because I mean, mine is basically ready to go, but I think some D&D would be easier tonight since we all have to go to bed early, or at least wake up early.
That's long, but this next one is actually planned.
Well,
so.
Right.
Me and Hayden don't.
Yeah, no, I have work tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, route.
Why don't
That
you
sucks.
have to go? I thought you were a CA.
Me?
I'm too new of a CA.
Oh, him.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Wait,
got
that
it.
matters?
Well, if he became one this year, then he doesn't have to go to this year's thing.
Conference thing.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. By the way, just so everyone is clear, for Frank's game, we are finally playing in a party with a healer, and I actually now, since I attuned to the thing, I am now able to start healing people.
Oh, you're a healer. Okay.
Yeah. Well, first couple is going to be going in a different class, but once I get to where I need to with that one, I'm gonna switch over to cleric. But for right now, I do have a method of healing people now that I've attuned to my little MacGuffin.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Oh, I guess I should join the game.
And Ron, actually, since we're going to be playing Frank's, I need to go ahead and upgrade my character up to a level 2.
Yeah, I didn't gain much leveling up this time. I won't gain stuff until next
level. Did I level up?
You weren't here, so technically no.
Okay.
But just to be easy, if you want to go ahead and level up to level 2, then I won't bark at it.
What character? Who do I steal? Somebody?
What?
Like, how do I start a new character?
Did I not have someone set for you?
Is it Tigger?
Let's see. We have
I am
Dempsey,
Tigger.
Raider, and Tigger in here.
Oh, you're Tigger.
I thought I had. Oh, it's not there anymore. That's weird. No, it's
What kind of tip there, Hayden?
Wait, what?
You probably have to make it to where you can see it.
Oh. Okay.
What'd you ask, Bill?
What kind of chips you eating there?
Oh, I'm eating pork rinds.
Oh,
Yum.
Spices?
Slim Jim squealing hot.
Oh, those are the worst ones.
You can go suck a dick. That's what you can do.
Bro, every time I go to Katie, I go to a corner store, and those always are in there, and I never get them. Because the one time I had them, I almost threw up. And it was with Brandon. And he told me, get these, bro, they're good. And I was like, okay. And then they weren't.
Pretty sure you just are weak.
Nah, I like the pork rinds brand. They have like a little seasoning around them. They're nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my shock mount put on my.
Oh, you're good.
I forgot how much little you get when you're like level 2. You're like, oh, I get
know.
one thing. Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Blessed by the gods.
Well, you know what? At least it's a step closer to level 3 when you actually get good shit.
Yeah, I got my fighting style, which I'm still debating because I picked the one that lets me do the +2 damage, but that's good at this level, but the other style I was considering is the protection one, where I can make enemies who don't attack me have disadvantage if they're within close range.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how many people are also gonna, because I'm a heavy armor front range or front lines person.
Front ranged. I was like,
Yeah. So I don't know how often the other thing will come into play. Whereas +2 damage is not much at high levels, but it will always be there.
Let's see. Add in my.
Because at low levels, +2 damage is nice, but.
That's from class.
Actually, let's just see if I get a second fighting style later.
And did I get anything else as a level 2? No, I don't get it. I don't get anything else until level 3. But that's what happens.
Yep.
Game doesn't really start until level 3.
it was funny the other day, or months ago actually. I was playing with my brother Larry D&D, and it was the first time that I ever played a character at level 5 and above.
What level are y'all? What level are y'all in my game?
We're level 6 in yours.
We just barely, but like that was before, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was before that.
Yeah.
But like, I was just like,
okay.
what in the hell? Like,
yeah.
I played for like several years, and I never got above level 5.
I think the highest I've gotten to, I think we got up to like the teens once.
I'm level 10 in Larry's campaign right now. I'm playing a wizard. It's so intense. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Dude, I've actually been looking at making a muscles wizard.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. We're playing King Thunder.
If we had continued playing Eric's game, my backup character was going to be a Khajiit wizard.
Nice.
And I was going to be one of the Khajiit that are the like house cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Was it?
I'm actually a little bit ashamed to say this, but my backup character for Eric's campaign was a bard.
Hey, bards can be fun. This was going to be my Khajiit.
I just couldn't role play a bard. So
I feel like you have to play an instrument.
I can play an instrument.
You don't have to play an instrument. If you want to whistle, you can. If you want to do like a Bob Ross thing, like.
Well, you can also take the orator bard.
Be the first one to invent beatboxing in D&D.
I have a soothing beatbox that no, they'd be like, I have a soothing beatbox that I have put together for you.
Exactly. Do the king because they mimic a whole bunch of sounds that they hear. So it'd just be like
when people first hear that, they think that you're having like
a seizure
in the corner or something like that.
Like, gods, help! We have a man dying.
Now that they think you have sleep apnea.
It's like, no, it's my music. I've invented it.
It sounds like a dying animal.
You sound like a dying animal, ma'am.
I'm gonna murder your child for that one.
I actually built a character, basically built an entire character, or the entire bard character around that spell Vicious Mockery, and it's because they're a really shitty bard. They really are just
you can
really
also be you can be a bard that is a speech-based bard. So yeah, like I think it's the orator style or something. Yeah, poetry or storytelling or whatever. Rap.
Wow. Rap.
Yeah.
I mean, if I play a bard, I've got 4 instruments laying around that I could bust out if I play a bard, so one day I'll do it.
And actually, when Evan was playing with us, I don't know, Hayden, I don't know if you know Evan, but when
he's in the military,
Evan
right?
No, that's Dustin, yeah.
Oh.
Evan, he had a backup bard character that had a penny whistle and was basically a Chippendales dancer. Like he had he had like a sequin G string and shiny tap shoes and a bow tie, and that
Do
is it.
you remember Evan's last name? Could it have, was
No.
it? Do you remember who Evan Knight is?
Oh, I don't know the last name Knight. I heard of him before.
There was an Evan Knight called me the other day. Hold on, I've got D&D Evan on Facebook. Let me just look him up. Evan Nelson is the one who played D&D. Okay, so Evan Knight is the dude who I think possibly did drugs and got fired for it.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't he get like super fired?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he called me the other day asking me
Oh,
like,
is he the one that drank in the morning before he went to work?
maybe.
Because I heard that from Brandon, that there was a guy, I think it was Evan. Yes, because he was on the phone with him, and he was like saying how he wanted his job back.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Brandon like in October of last year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he called me like 2 days ago asking me like, "Hey, what do y'all use for your mosquito services?" And I was like, or he was like, "Do y'all still use Talstar?" I'm like, we use Talstar and Nygaard. And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, we use Bifin and Nygaard." And I noticed
Same
that.
difference, bud.
Well, he was like, "I noticed that there've been more mosquitoes than usual lately. I was wondering if it was like a resistance thing." I'm like, "Well, it like has rained for the past week." And mosquitoes breed in water. Like,
I've had 2 mosquito reservices this week.
yeah, because it rained and mosquitoes breed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, yeah, that's why the past week you've had more mosquitoes because there's been water for them to breed in.
They're like, I've never had this problem before. I'm like, bro, it rained for like a week straight.
How long have you lived here that you've never had this problem before?
Hey, a lot of them are from California.
My first house of the day was a mosquito callback. And she was like, she told me straight to my face, I think there's a conspiracy because every time you guys come, it's always a new person. I'm like, sorry. I'm going to go do your mosquito now. Talk to you later.
What does she mean conspiracy? Does she think that we're like conspiring against her?
I don't know. She just said conspiracy. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. Would you want me to talk to the office and see if there's something we can do for you? Because she was angry, bro. Like, I don't know why she was so angry.
Where were you?
Richmond of all fucking places.
Oh.
No fucking wonder it's always a different fucking person.
For real. We get sent out a new person once a week.
Because I got kicked out of Richmond there for a hot second.
I heard.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
No. It's no secret. Everyone down there fucking hates me, and I hate them too, so it's okay.
It's all a hate love, not love relationship.
Yeah, it's just hate relationship.
So guys, after every single fight, we're gonna need to take a short rest so that I can have my my destructive wrath ability, which says anytime. Well, I can use it once, but and then I have to take a short or long rest. But whenever I deal lightning or thunder damage, I can choose to deal max damage.
Nice.
But then it's it's a one-off, and then I have to take a short or long rest. So I'm like, all right, after every fight we need a rest so I can just do max damage.
It's like after every fight we just huddle around you while you're taking a nap and you just stand there.
We're like, well, guys, nice weather we're having. My cat just spilled my drink on my keyboard.
So what did you guys hear about me getting kicked out of Richmond?
I think it's fine. It's a Razer keyboard, so I think it's like water resistant.
Okay.
Well, it's not water, but I think I'll be okay.
It's okay. We won't tell anyone.
We won't tell your girl that you splooged all over a keyboard.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm posting it on Facebook right now.
I'm sorry, Jaden. I was more talking about.
That's so funny.
Everyone else.
Oh my god. My cat's knocking over everything. Bro,
are you okay? Did your cat knock you over?
Just your scream. That was funny.
Because it's so loud. Like my Guitar Hero guitar fell off my table onto my wood floor.
All right, I just posted onto your Facebook page that you
No,
spilled
Frank,
your
no
drink
one
on your
can hear
keyboard.
My parents are gonna be like, "Who's Ron?" she's gonna call me probably in the middle of this. That's gonna be funny.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
There I am.
Frank.
I don't even wonder. I was like, what the fuck? Where's Frank?
You know, Frank, one day we're just all gonna like be sitting here. We can actually hear you, but we're gonna choose to ignore you, just so you freak out.
He's gonna restart his computer.
I unplugged the microphone, and when I plugged it back in, I assumed it was working, and I didn't check my little green ring. So, Jaden, you should be able to touch your character sheet now.
Don't touch it.
Which one is it?
It's the one that says Jaden.
I do not see a Jaden. I see Dr. Valerie Anders. I see Torrin Tigger and Dempsey Raynor.
Yeah,
Who's Dimsy?
I don't see a Jaden either.
What?
Who's Dimsy?
Who is Dempsey?
Is that Eric?
Oh,
Is
I bet
Eric
that's
with-
Eric. Yeah.
It kind of looks like Eric too, in a way. I don't know.
All right, what
Is
about
that just me?
There is black.
He kind of is though. Like, I mean, have you seen his family?
Yeah.
Jaden? Can you see yourself now?
Yes. Thank you. Awesome.
I forgot to put it in your journal.
It's okay. Forgive me.
But we can't see Jaden. Not that we need to, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
well.
Dempsey Raynor feels like a fighter. That's probably almost definitely Eric.
yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna be an Indian guy, Nord, but I was like, that's kind of racist, and I felt bad after thinking that. I was gonna be like, Shalom Kalefe or something.
Shalom? That's Islamic, bro.
I know. It means peace be with you, but I think I don't know.
Jaden?
Yeah. Is that Islamic or Jewish?
Both.
Okay.
It's a mix. Use the
I just
character
say-
mancer.
I
Don't
just
use
say
that?
it's Islamic. That way I can actually hate it and not be persecuted.
Yeah, you can use that. Probably. Although,
Just remember, everyone, we are being recorded right now. Craig is on the
I
chat.
mean,
You can,
Hi,
you
Craig.
can edit it
I'm
out.
gonna edit out most of this.
Hey, but keep it in the role play we had in the beginning. That was pretty live.
Jaden, there's the only difference on that character mancer versus doing it by hand is there is a stat distribution. You can either use a pool or you can roll for it. If you want to use a pool, there's 74 points in the pool, and you cannot have a fuck.
No
What do you
stats
call
above
it?
8.
Yeah, no stats above a 17, unless you have some sort of
Bonus.
Racial bonus.
bonus from racial or what have you.
Okay. So what's
or if you
everyone's
want-
race?
My
What?
race is unknown,
Okay.
I am a wood elf.
but
Okay.
I look human, I guess.
Is anyone a dwarf?
No.
Hayden is a tabaxi.
I speak.
No, I'm Tigger. I'm not a tabaxi.
I speak Dwarvish.
I think I want to be a dwarf. It'd be kind of fun to be like, whoo.
just, I just imagine
Nobody
you popping out of a
fucking
corner
dwarf.
doing that.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Do what?
I was gonna say I don't know what Jaden's impression of a dwarf is, but
He huffed. I don't know. I was thinking of like Lord of the Rings.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
We are dwarves and people.
Why are dwarves always like Irish?
I don't know. I kind of think it fits them though.
Well,
I
yeah.
think I'm gonna be lawful
Kinda really
evil.
does.
Should I be
No,
lawful
you
evil?
Yeah. Now you know who makes whose dwarves make no sense at all is when you see a dwarf in an anime. They're always like lolly girls. I'm like, that's not a dwarf.
Cool
It's,
preferences.
it's debatable whether dwarven women even exist. So
It's the
Really?
beards.
it
It's the beards.
it just depends
all-
on
they
it
all
depends
look
on
the-
what setting you're in, I guess. I know in like the Dritz books, it's always a joke. Or no, is it the Dritz books? I don't remember what book it was, but it was always a joke. Like, there are no dwarven women. But there are. They just have
No,
beards.
apparently in Tolkien's world there are no orc women because they just sprout out of the ground like evil potatoes.
Yeah, they're like grown.
Yeah.
Are they taken from the DNA of elves?
They're dead.
I believe so. Yeah.
In their world, the Uruk-hai are. They're
the super strong ones.
In Tolkien's universe, in Tolkien's universe, elves never truly die. When they die, their spirit goes to the Undying Lands, and they're basically reborn.
Undying Lands,
Yeah, I know. I've learned way too much about the Tolkien verse,
no, it's just funny. That's what it's called, the Undying Lands.
Sorcerer.
Yeah, it's Frodo and everyone on those boats at the end of the third one.
Yeah, because apparently Frodo and what's his face gets to go to the island too.
Yeah, because Frodo and Bilbo get to go because they were both ring bearers, and Sam after his daughter grows up and his wife dies, they take Sam too because he was also a ring bearer.
Wait, they do take Sam? What book is that in?
It happens after the end of the events and stuff. A few years afterwards, Sam's wife dies. It's very sad.
Is it in is that in like his extended writings, like the notes and stuff that they published of his?
I
don't remember that being at the end of the actual book.
I'm not 100% sure if it was at the end of the book, but the lore all says that after a couple of years, when his daughter's basically an adult, he goes to the Undying Lands as well, since he was also a ring bearer, and that taint is still on his soul. No, I know what's crazy is that Pippin, the one that always fucked up, he becomes the mayor of the Shire.
Dude, what I hated about the movie that they left out, my favorite part of the book, of the third book, is after what's his face is defeated and everything, there's like 2 or 3 chapters on the hobbits going back home and just kicking ass and just slaughtering goblins or orcs or whatever they were.
Yeah, and Saruman, because Saruman went back to the Shire and enslaved the place.
Yeah, and the hobbits just come home wearing their decked out in like armor and shit and just wreak havoc on these like free the people.
No, you know what pissed me off is that in the third movie, you remember when Merry stabs the Witch King?
Vaguely. Well, it's been a while since I've watched the movies.
They never actually addressed it as the fact that the Witch King those weapons aren't supposed to hurt him. That's actually the same sword that Aragorn gave him and the other hobbits in the first movie, and it's a weapon that specifically makes wraiths mortal.
Ability score thing. What is roll?
Dwarves, I think, get a bonus to strength and con, I think.
He would need to roll and then add the bonuses after the rolling.
Yeah, so Frank, what's
get 17 or should I roll?
What? Sorry, I couldn't hear anything.
He's trying to decide his ability scores.
All right, you're rolling it. To roll, you need 4d6.
And drop the lower?
All right, you get 117. You get 1 automatic 17. You get 1 automatic 8. And then roll 4d6 per remaining stat. You drop the lowest die from each roll.
I like how everyone's majority dump stat is usually wisdom or charisma.
Okay, 1 second.
My dump stat was intelligence.
No. Do I get to choose?
Yes. This is a fact. His dump stat is in fact intelligence. I can attest to this.
In this one, my dump stat is wisdom, and then strength, and wisdom and strength are my dumps.
Yeah, int and dex are my lowest.
Strength is my dump.
My highest is actually charisma. What?
I get an automatic 18, 17.
No, you get an automatic 17 and an automatic 8.
Okay.
I wish we
Automatic
got
8.
automatic 17 and 18.
I know, right? But at the same
God,
time,
Frank,
though, I'm
why
not
can't we
complaining.
have
I'm
an?
not complaining about my stats right now because
Frank, why
to be
can't we have
honest,
automatic 8 18s?
That's not how this works.
8 of them?
Yeah.
why can't we just have a 30 in all of them?
Yeah.
All right. So first one, we're gonna be for
I
To
was
make a party
hoping-
of like gods of
I
like
put
Four?
my in
warriors all at level 1.
Jaden, you need to roll 4d6,
Oh, all 4.
4d6 per
I
stat.
was like, oof, you're about to
Okay.
have a fucking dump stat of a dump stat I've
Okay.
ever seen.
So on that one you drop the 1, so that's a 16, which is good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay, and then for Constitution.
Man, imagine having a 4.
God damn, this dude.
19?
No, you drop the
You have to
lowest,
drop
so
the
Oh,
lowest.
sorry.
Oh, you drop a
15.
4.
But imagine having a 4 in your int score, and you just have to talk like me.
And then for Intelligence. Ooh,
Oh shit.
5.
I think Frank. What about that roll there, Frank? Does he re-roll that?
No, he has to keep it.
I'm fine with keeping it.
Hey, I'm just gonna
It
say
can't
it
be
right now.
below. It can't be below an 8.
Okay.
It's the
Oh.
lowest. So continue to roll the rest of your stats. If you get one that's 18 or above after dropping the lowest, then you can use your extras to add to it to bring it up to an 8. And, if
And
you
take it
can't,
off the other one.
then you just do a mulligan.
Okay.
Yeah,
For all of them?
I think you
No.
should. I think you
Just
only have
start
to
rolling the rest of your.
Jesus.
That's another 15.
Wow. For charisma.
Fuck you, Jaden.
I mean,
sorry.
my strength is a 13, my dex is a 19, my con
So-
is a 17, my intelligence is 17, my wisdom is an 8, my charisma is a 18.
I have Intelligence 5 and Wisdom 8, so I think that kind of fits.
You need one more score, I think.
Yeah, you didn't roll anything that was above an 18
Well,
after
no,
you dropped the lowest.
he's
so
missing-
You can mulligan them.
He's missing a stat. He needs one more score because he's got a. You've only done.
No, he's done 4.
1,
'cause he's
2,
got a 17,
3,
a
4.
19, a 6, and an 18.
Oh yeah.
And then he's got 1 free 17 and 1 free 8.
Well, that 17 is a 16.
Okay.
The 19 is a 15.
Yeah, I have that.
You've got the 5 and then another 15.
Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah,
my Wisdom's
okay.
8.
Yeah.
So this may not come as a shock to
But-
anyone, but when I rolled my stats, they were absolute 100% certifiable garbage.
So Frank, what's the rule on that 5 he has? Does it keep it or re-roll the 5?
So if you have any other ones that are 18 or above, you
doesn't.
bring it down to a 17. If you do not have that, then you've got 2 options. You can drop it and take a 10, or you can just take a mulligan and re-roll.
I'll just go to 10. That's fine.
All right.
All right, and you don't have to put
because
those.
honestly, you've got 4 high stats with that.
Yeah, you don't have to put those in that order either. You can put them in whatever order you want.
I think I also get a +1 on my. Was it Wisdom? I need to look. Constitution +2
Strength and con.
and +1 on Wisdom.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Bill, there's different kinds of dwarves.
Yeah, you have different types of dwarves. So if you're a hill
So
dwarf,
now-
your wisdom increases by 2, I think.
Yeah,
Or
and
con.
my Constitution increased by 2 and my Wisdom by 1.
And I think doesn't the hill dwarf also get like 1 extra point of health every time we level up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
something
like
like that.
I used to play dwarves all the time, but
I do enjoy playing dwarves.
I love dwarves.
Acolyte?
Bill, do you like dwarves a little too much though?
I mean, that depends
Go ahead.
on how much
I
you
mean,
think it's too much.
My character is basically a dwarf in a person's in a human's body, I guess, because I play her exactly like I played my dwarf character.
Mm.
Yeah, so he
Identity
gets
crisis.
the wisdom, and yeah, he gets an extra 1 HP with every level.
Oh.
Ah.
Apparently we're flawed. I put too much trust in those who wield power within my temple's hierarchy. Oh no, Mormons. Got him.
That was absolute 100% perfect timing, Hayden. Oh, that was beautiful.
That's funny.
Are you still wearing your lion hat too?
No.
Did you already do mine, or is that yours?
What?
I was rolling mine as well.
Looks like these ones are.
Damn, your flaw makes you edgy.
Well, I am chaotic neutral, so I might just hate people.
My flaw is that I talk to spirits that no one else can see.
Oh no.
And unless Frank himself decides to make a spirit talk to me, I'm just going to be talking to random stuff that I'm making up that may or may not actually exist.
What's class equipment and what's startling wealth? Or starting wealth?
If you click class equipment, it'll let you click your starting equipment. Wealth means you have to manually buy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you can just get the gold value of your starting equipment and then buy what you want. And then if you have anything left over, that's your starting wealth.
My flaw is I'm too greedy for my own good.
I think my flaw is it's not stealing if I need it more than someone else.
Honestly, my other traits have come into play more than my flaw though. Specifically, I try to help those in need no matter what the personal cost. Because with Bill, yeah, when we played last week, I think I tried to give all of my money to a slave wench girl at a bar, so that she could marry her person she's in love with.
Who is a half minotaur, by the way?
Wow.
Oh yes, she's in love with a half minotaur.
Horse cock. That's all she cared about.
Yeah, which half, you know? Yeah, I put no trust in divine beings. I don't run from evil. Evil runs from me. I try to help those in need no matter what the personal cost. There's evil in me. I can feel it. It must never be set free. And then I talk to spirits no one else can see. My stuff rhymes, apparently.
And then you just rhymed with you saying that.
Yeah.
Looks like you just got to rhyme while talking to us all the time now.
No, I've only got an intelligence of 8. Any rhymes will be accidental.
In real life?
But no, I've got to play in character, you know?
Oh, true. You got me there.
Yeah, I picked one of the fun, the haunted backgrounds, which is a fun one. It means I have a dark past, and the specific the specific ability of the haunted background is where is it? Heart of Darkness. Those who look into your eyes can see that you've faced unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. Unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them, they will even take up arms to fight alongside you should you find yourself facing an enemy alone.
Wow.
So commoners, for some reason, love me, even though I have a heart of darkness. It's because I'm broken. I'm broken inside.
So, Jaden, you decided you're going to be a dwarf?
Yes.
What class?
Okay.
Fighter.
Good one.
All right. Now we've got 2 front lines characters, which is
technically three because of the specific archetype I'm going for.
And technically, rogues do have to usually get in melee too, so we're all just going to be surrounding our enemies, which is how I like it.
Pretty much, but my rogue, but the rogue subclass I'm going for is like really meant to not be that I hide in the shadows one. It's more like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, the swashbuckler.
Yeah.
Well, Hayden, you're a rogue, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a rogue.
Yeah.
Brimstone.
No worries. I'm only subclassing into this for that sweet swashbuckler, but all the rest I'm going to be into cleric.
Jaden, your name is Lard.
Lord.
Lol.
I love it.
Lord Brimstone.
Lord. I be Lord Brimstone.
Exactly.
What are you doing, you daft idiot? Oh, Pixie, what are you doing?
All right, we should just all change our
So
characters
good.
to dwarves.
Please. Please. That'd be so live.
All dwarves.
My dwarf character is always named Oxar Holderheck, but he's been a wizard and he's been a paladin, have been the 2 ways I've played him. He was my first ever D&D character, and it was a dwarf wizard, and he had a magic talking mace that I somehow acquired at level 1, well, in some level 1 dungeon that should not have been given to me. But
my dwarf character is a barmaid named Strong in the Arm.
nice.
She's a straight up unarmed fighter.
And then when I played him as a paladin, I had to sacrifice myself, because he's a paladin. I had to sacrifice myself to save the rest of the party. And then when he died, I was going to play his uncle because I wanted to keep playing a dwarf. But then I went with a different character. Instead, I think I played his uncle for 1 session just to collect his body and avenge his death. And then I switched over to a warlock or something like that.
Warlocks can be fun.
Yeah. I didn't get to play the warlock very long because the group kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't know if it's sorcerer or warlock, but in Tasha's they've got a new one called Genie Ancestry, and
that would be sorcerer, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, basically it lets you just have like a magic genie MacGuffin.
Yeah, if it's an ancestry thing, then it's sorcery. If it's a pact, then it's a warlock.
Yeah. I know they got the new Clockwork Soul warlock. I've seen some people talking about it on in some chats and stuff. Some people are making some got some pretty cool shit to go with it.
Yeah.
Frank, it's weird not having any spells.
Well, I mean, they might not get very many spell slots, but they're cantrip busters, to be honest.
Like I have a great axe that like does this. I have this. I have this. This.
What the hell? You didn't roll like a single one of those that was below a
10. I'm just really lucky for some reason. I don't understand.
Like I never get rolls this good. What the fuck? And like in shit that I'm proficient in. One of the ones I've got like a +6 in. Last time I had to roll like a dozen of them. I didn't once roll above a 10.
Let's see what I get on an intelligence roll.
I rolled good too. Yay. Is my +2 in there? Did I put that? Yes.
You have a +5.
Well, I've got for damage. Well, that's +5 to hit because strength plus the +2 proficiency. But then it would be okay.
I have the same thing.
Oh, you also need to level yourself up to level 2.
Okay.
Wait, is he doing that, Frank?
I don't have to. I'm okay with being level 1.
Yeah, go ahead and bring yourself up to level 2.
Okay.
Okay. How do I do that?
Go to your character sheet and click on the little gear thingy.
Level 2. Enter.
No. Where it says core, bio, and spells, click on the little gear icon, and then scroll down to, it'll have the launch character mancer, so you would do launch level plus character mancer or something like that. And then you can use that to level up. I don't ever use character mancer, so I don't know exactly how it works, but that's how you do it, somewhere in there. Honestly, I've thought of like playing, like having a switch over to using D&D Beyond, just because the character sheet thing is so nice. But then we wouldn't have the maps, and it wouldn't like. But D&D Beyond has like a thing where you can, you know, roll, and everyone can see it and stuff like that. But the character sheet on it is just really nice.
Actually hit multi-class and now it will go away.
Oh no. I don't know how to fix anything on that.
If I just don't put anything on it, will it not use anything? Maybe.
I mean, if you're just going to level 2 as a fighter, though, that's a pretty simple level up.
Yeah, it just kind of added crit or something.
It's not till level 3 that fighters get anything interesting.
Watching the best moments of Spaceballs right now.
I think I have to do multi-class now.
Spaceballs is some funny ass shit.
I fucking love Spaceballs. It's the one where it's like, I lost the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
The what? The what? The what?
It's not all he lost.
Look, sir.
If y'all want to watch something,
radar's been jammed.
If y'all want to watch something really dumb, you should try to find the movie Men in White. It's a Men in Black parody.
Men in White. I'll look it up.
It's really dumb, but pretty. I mean, it's been since childhood that I watched it, but it cracked me up, like, since I was a teenager. So it might still be good. 1998 is when it came out.
Wow.
Now y'all want to see?
God, how old is Men in Black?
Y'all want to see something truly stupid?
I love Men in Black.
Damn, Men in Black came out in 1997. That was so long ago.
You see my cat?
I think there's the whole movie on YouTube.
Really? With with ads, free with ads?
The Men in White?
Yeah, I'll post it in the group chat.
I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Y'all want to see something truly stupid?
It's
look up
horrible quality.
Let me make sure it's the same movie.
If it's not, I'm still watching it.
Yep, that's definitely it.
There was apparently one made in 1934 as well. Oh no, wait, that's Cable Boy. Never mind.
I mean, I think I see something older. The Men in White: The Untold Story of Singapore's Ruling Political Party. That's not the movie I'm talking about. I'm talking about the stupid movie that's a late 90s Men in Black parody. So
hey Hayden, go on to Google and look up Thumb Wars movie.
All right.
Have y'all seen the movie Rubber?
No,
but yeah, I've seen.
I've heard it's like actually kind of good.
It's very strange. I mean, we were like, I think this. No, was I smoke? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were high when we watched it, but.
What type of bullshit is this film?
Bro, it's bro, it's so
What?
stupid, but it's funny as hell.
Everything is a fucking thumb or a hand.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars parody. And the Chewbacca is called Crunchy. Crunchaka.
Crunchaka. Oh shit. This is funny. Wait, I think I just found the entire movie on YouTube again.
But yeah, Rubber was such a ridiculous movie, and we were like watching this. We were either drunk or high, I don't know, but like
Maybe both.
Just the fact that a tire can have a sinister personality just cracked me up.
I know.
It's probably on Netflix. That's where we watched it anyway. But I mean, that was like 10 years ago. I don't know, whenever Netflix first started streaming.
Sorry, did you miss me?
Man, you know what a lot of kids aren't going to remember about Netflix? Getting DVDs in the mail.
Yeah.
Yo, that used to be so lit.
That was live, especially when you got the do you remember GameFly when they used to send you
yeah.
CDs?
Yeah.
Dude, I have GameFly. They still do that.
That's crazy.
That's how I play half of my Switch games. I just get it on GameFly. Actually, I don't even know what I have in on GameFly right now.
Does it just like download the game and you play
No,
it?
No, they send you the cartridges.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's like old Netflix style. And it's not just Switch, it's, all the current consoles, possibly some of the older ones too, I forget. GameFly. I mostly use it for the Switch, but that's because that's the only thing I ever really play anymore. Movies, PS5, PS4, both the current Xboxes, Switch, PS3, Xbox 360, 3DS, Blu-ray. Can you actually rent these older things? 3DS, yep, you can. It's got 3DS to rent, Xbox 360 to rent.
Wow.
More
hey,
platforms.
Do you have Netflix?
Man, it goes all the way back to GameCube.
I do have Netflix.
GBA. Dude, you can rent GBA games on this.
Asking because have you seen the oh shit
Work game
series Love, Death and Robots?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
God, it's so good.
Pretty
That
good.
one, it's so good.
There was just one show I was watching. Let me go see if I can find it. I don't remember it.
If y'all get the opportunity to watch Squid Games, that one's actually really good. It's one of those like 10-episode Korean like horror suspense genres.
Yeah.
I was telling Ron about it.
Yeah.
When he pulled up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet because I assumed it was some like really dumb comedy, and I haven't been in the mood for any of that yet.
You will not laugh.
Yeah,
that's
what I hear.
But I will say this: you may want to wait till Kelsey gets back because it's probably one of those ones you'll want to watch together.
Well,
really
we've been doing watch parties, so.
Oh yeah, where you can go on Netflix and watch it at the same time.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's sweet. Ron and Kelsey do like watch parties because she's out of the country for work. Or technically in country? Is it technically in country, or is it a territory, or is it its own place?
It's its own place.
Wow.
Yeah, she had to get a passport and a work permit and all of that.
January?
Honestly, there is a chance that we might be moving there.
Oh.
They've offered her a full-time job. It's 50. It's ballpark 50K a year, somewhere around there. I don't know about the benefits.
That's high living for them.
Yeah, I don't know about the benefits for me, but she gets like full medical and dental.
Well, I think it's working for a university, isn't it?
Yeah, it's working for a university. The best part is as long as she spends 30 days or less in the U.S., she doesn't have to pay U.S. taxes or St. Kitts taxes because it's a U.S. It's like it's a loophole, but it's a U.S. college outside of the U.S. So she doesn't have to pay St. Kitts taxes because she's working for a U.S. business, but she doesn't have to pay U.S. taxes if she stays, as long as she doesn't come back for more than a month total in a year. So if we move there, we might move there for a year, maybe 2 tops. But during that time, we can only come back for a month, or she can. And as long as she does that, that's $50,000 tax free. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's just, we got to weigh the decision of, do I want to give up this job, which, breaking the veil here, but I make $50,000 a year. But 10,000 of that goes to taxes.
You could become an office staff and work remotely.
That's what I could. And
then I'd call and be like, Ron, deal with this bullshit, not me.
Yeah, I would be telling people, yeah, we don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, I would be giving the customers accurate information instead of BS.
Yeah.
But yeah, because the problem is, like, I can go there and be there, but in order to get hired there, you have to go through a process. So I would have to find somewhere like what Kelsey found that's willing to wait for me to go through that process. So she was able to get a job before she even left, and they didn't need her, so she knew in advance. For me, I would have to be like, hey, I want to work here, but it's going to take like a month, because first they have to tell the government that they want to hire me, and then I have to go through all that process. I can't go through all that process until somebody already wants to hire me. So but I might just be a stay-at-home husband and go to college online and get a degree while she's doing that, because I can, if we do this, if she becomes a permanent employee, both me and her get discounted like classes, I guess. So
Did you look at Sophia yet?
I did. So it looks like that's only basics.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, which is fine. It looks well. Also, it only transfers to 40 colleges total. Like, there are 40 specific colleges, so she should probably look at and make sure that the college that she might want to transfer to one day accepts credits from Sophia.
Yeah, I think they're all pretty good ones then.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be here, there's definitely it's depending on what she wants to go to school for, because like there's the Art Institute, pretty much all the art institutes, Houston Community College. I'm trying to look at Texas-based stuff.
If you did 2 years of all the basics of what what you want to get into, once you get back over here, you would have only very little to do that would actually pertain to your job.
Yeah, but I would have to know which college I want to transfer to so that I can make sure it's on this list of colleges that accept.
That's true. Yeah.
So you'd want to plan that out. Let's see if because I know Texas A&M. What about University of Texas? Odd. Only UT in Arlington and Austin accepted. Isn't there one in Houston? Isn't that where?
No, UT is in San Antonio.
What's the one?
No, UT Tyler.
What's the one in Houston?
That's U of H.
Yeah. University of Houston, right?
Yeah. There's UT Austin, UT Arlington, and UT Tyler.
Yeah, so U of H isn't on here.
That's interesting because that's a worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you hear U of H. Most people are going there for either like some kind of chemistry degree, so they can work for an oil field, or they're going in to be a doctor. There's not really any.
Well, like Frank's sister, she's going for her theater degree there.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
His sister, with her constant good luck, she's getting a free master's degree and being employed by the college while she's doing it.
Wow.
Yeah. And she debated. Is Frank? Are you even here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was like debating for like so long
Baby.
if she should even like do this thing, because it's literally a free master's, and she gets to work for the college while she's getting the free master's, and they sounds like they want her to, they've told her if she continues to work at the college after she gets her degree, it'll count towards the like tenure and stuff. And she was like, "Do you think I should do it?" I'm like, "Yes, you should do it. Someone wants to give you a free master's degree, you do it, okay?"
For real.
Is Craig still recording? There's an alert up from him. Not that we've even started yet. Craig stopped recording. How dare you, Craig?
Dang it, Craig.
All of this comedy gold lost. Damn it, why isn't he joining? Wait, Craig is here. Then why did it send me a link? I'm already recording. But it sent me a link saying to
I think it's
download
because
it.
I'm messaging Dustin in the chat. That might be it.
Oh, this is a new feature. The audio can be downloaded even while he's still recording. Why? Why would I need to do that? But okay.
Flipping. If you want to like clip a moment out of a.
Yeah, I guess.
Level 2.
So we're all ready?
Do I add the 7 HP to my total?
Yeah.
Okay.
And remember, as this dwarf, you get an extra HP per level.
Okay. So I'm at 23 hit points.
Son of a bitch!
How'd you do that?
I started at 15 apparently.
I mean, I'm at 24, but y'all saw that max HP roll I got last level.
I'm at 19.
Yeah, I'm at 19 too.
Yay, I'm not alone. Teen bros.
Squishy bros.
Woo!
I want to live in Japan for a couple years.
Hey, Bill, if I move, do you want to rent my house?
Bill, you alive?
He wants to buy a house.
Oh, sorry about that. You know what's weird? I was actually sitting there thinking about it for a minute, like, oh, would I? I don't necessarily want to say no, but then I was thinking,
well,
no, I kind of want to buy. I kind of want to start working to buy my own place.
Yeah, we've been. Well, I mean, Kelsey only found out the details of the possible job today, but we were talking about like, do we want to sell the house? Because if we sell it for how much we think we'll sell it for, we should be able to sell it for 20,000 based on what a real estate agent told us. We should theoretically be able to sell it for 20,000 more than we bought it for. Plus, we've already paid down about 20,000. So basically, that'll be a 40K cash that we'd have in the bank.
Wow.
And which would be useful for setting up, and then the rest can go into savings. But
yeah.
Or
that'd be really nice for setting up actually.
Or if you rent, you get a stable like flow.
Yeah, we can also rent it and just then we get to hold on to this this asset that only continues to increase in value over time.
I mean, that is true, and also
Did you sell all of your animals?
Decide to come back.
Oh yeah, if we move, we'll sell the goats.
Okay.
Yeah. But having the house too makes it a lot easier for when y'all want to come back. But you said that y'all, well, at least she can't be in the country for more than a month a year. Wouldn't you? Well, it's like general.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're renting and there's a week that you don't have anyone going in. You can make a trip of it.
If we come back, we'll just stay at my parents' house. They've got a spare room they don't use.
You could probably pay someone. I think you can pay people to be your own property managers for that shit.
Yeah. Depending on who it is, we're not trying to necessarily, if we do this, we won't, honestly, the rent, our mortgage is $960, and so we'll basically charge $1,000 rent for the main house. The guest house will continue renting. Especially, it also depends on who we know. At the bare minimum, we're going to charge the mortgage, basically, so it'd be about $960 for whoever stays here. Possibly more if it's a stranger, but we don't want to deal with a stranger renting the house while we're out of the country. But if it's someone we know, or a family member or something, they'll just pay the mortgage and even when we come back, we honestly, if we move back, we probably won't be in the same area.
You should go to Austin. It's crazy there.
Nah, if we do this crazy move, when we come back, we're probably going to go to Colorado or something.
That'd be cool. I hear that Colorado can get pretty iffy with their HOAs. It's constantly snowing, and you might have just shoveled your sidewalk an hour before someone's gonna come. Hey, there's snow on your sidewalk. I just shoveled it.
We've also thought about just going back to renting, because while I do like that this house is mine, I can do whatever I want. I'm also tied to this place. I can't just up and if we move, we have to figure something out. Whereas if we're renting and we want to vanish for a year to another country, we just leave and stop paying rent. We wait till our lease ends and then gone. And then we figure something out when we come back. It's both freedom, but also not freedom owning a house. What are you doing to this map, Frank? Oh, okay, never mind. It just zoomed in and put me off in a corner. I was like, what's happening?
Hayden, stop jerking off.
I wasn't doing none of that.
What were you doing down there? What were you looking at?
Oh, but I was watching this video that I have to send to my friend now.
I fucking knew it.
I'll send it to you, Bill. I'll fucking send it to you.
Jaden.
Can you not hear me?
Now we can.
Now.
Is your character done?
I'm done.
You been done? Oh shit! I didn't hear you. You should have spoke up.
I did.
He did.
I think I told everybody. We're just still talking.
Where you been, Frank?
I've been off digging through menus. There is session 0 stuff. Basically, doing a few extra things and other than your normal GM rules. Basically, you get what we call it last game, guys. Flesh points.
Flesh, yeah.
Yeah, it's called flesh. It's flesh points. Basically, you have your standard health, and then you get 1d3 per level of flesh.
Oh, per level.
Well, it's actually per every other level, but anyways. So at level 1, you have 1d3, so you roll your 1d3, you get X amount of points. The flesh points are basically once your health runs out, damage starts occurring to the flesh, and as your flesh is damaged, you accumulate scars and other things. At low levels, you've got 3 points, so if you get down to getting damage taken from flesh, you might lose, a fingernail. You might gain a small scratch or scar. If you get down to 3 or below, it might become a major damage to your body, like you lose a finger or a hand. It just gives a little extra depth to it instead of you just taking straight damage and it's just you come back with no issue. It's actually damage to your body, your physical body. So it, for the most part, shouldn't cause any issue unless you lose like an entire hand. Then if you're dual wielding, you might not be able to attack or what have you. Of course, you'll still do death saving throws at that point if necessary. Another thing is I have a trap rule. So if you are triggering a trap of some kind, you will hear click. Once you hear that click, you have exactly 6 seconds in game to move yourself into or out of danger and or try to protect the other people. Of course, I'm going to make it so you have to roll to see if you hear the click, but that's no here there. Also, we're going to try to steer clear of like bad slavery, like rape, things like that occurring to slaves.
Bad slavery?
Well, like, so slavery is a thing. Yeah, slavery is a thing in this world. The basic understanding is if you can become a slave if you've like, if you have debts, or you're in a bad way, you can actually sell yourself into slavery. You are magically marked, and as you pay off your debt, the slave mark will eventually fade away. So if you're like homeless, sleeping on the streets, you're in poor health, whatever you need help, you could theoretically sell yourself into slavery, work your way out of debt, and then be set free. There's the other kind of slavery, which is illegal slaving, which Ron can tell you about. But basically, you're marked physically with a brand, and it's not looked upon well. If you are taken as a slave, and slavers are not looked upon well. Not so much the slaves, but more the slavers. Am I missing anything, guys?
That all sounds about right.
Of course, this is a very open world setting. Whoops, let me take you back to the other page. If you look at this page here, I've kind of updated the map, so you can actually see the majority of things that are going on this map. Theoretically, you will know maybe some of this, like where the roads go currently. I don't know, Bill, your character. You're a very well-traveled character, so you probably know this area pretty well. I don't know if you visited any of the other continents.
Probably wouldn't have visited other continents, but probably would have taken a couple of trips to some of the surrounding city area. I'm certainly not well enough traveled, given my background, to have visited all the major ones in the country, but probably two or three of the closer ones to where I started.
So the start city is here for you, Bill. I'm assuming you've probably been here. This very small fishing village with very little road access. You may have been there. There's a larger city over here, which we're at currently. You've also got this forest village and this village over here, so you might have gone to some of those. Ron, your character is relatively new. You've been moved from place to place. And as of now, you've been to 2 places, and that's the place that you were kept until this point, and then this city that we're currently in.
Yeah.
Hayden, we didn't really talk much about your backstory, but I'm guessing Tigger moved to this village. He continues to run from place to place because of his background.
Mm-hmm.
So you've probably visited the majority of the cities on the map.
Mm-hmm.
At least of this continent. You might have been overseas at some point.
Probably.
Now, Jaden, when it comes to your, Jaden, when it comes to you and your character, we don't really have much of a backstory for you. So, did you want to try to make something up on the spot, and I can work you into some backstory?
Sure, I can try something.
All right, just spitball something at me.
All right. So my name is Lord Brimstone. My father. I'm just kidding. All right. Anyways, so when I was a young kid, I was set into slavery, and because my mom and dad had a lot of debt, due because they started stealing and essentially sold everything and then used all the money. So they didn't have anything to pay back anything they stole from. So then they got put into slavery, and I was also having to be with them because I was a young kid. But then we got separated. I got sent to a different camp, and eventually worked my way out. Got a little enough, like I got pretty buff during that time because I was like, having to do a lot of physical labor. But after that, once I finally, I guess, paid off their debt because they died in the middle of it and couldn't finish it off, so I had to take over and finish that off, and then that's where I am now. I finally paid it off. Have a little bit of money in my pocket. That's it.
Okay, so you just come out of slavery. Did you live at one of the villages where the mixed population, or with mixed populations, like one of the cities where you have dwarves, elves, and humans, generally surviving the same kind of populated area, or are you from a mostly dwarven type settlement?
I'm actually from a very Nordic city, and that's why we got put into slavery because they looked down upon us.
Quite literally.
Well, this isn't the Skyrim game.
So I'm guessing very traditional, like old school type of village.
Like if they could, they would be having Confederate flags. That kind of city.
Let me check.
Wait,
we don't have to do that.
Can I move there?
Can I move there? Me too.
So with your backstory, I'm gonna say you are from a small island nation originally.
Okay.
If you want to write this down.
Like in a notebook pad.
Yeah, you can do it on your bio if you want.
Okay, bet. All right.
So you are from a small island nation. And when I say small, I mean like Galveston small. Very few people tend to go there for any particular reason. It's mostly left alone. There's not much natural resources. It was hard growing up before slavery occurred. Of course, you can go ahead and say the backstory with your parents being sold into slavery or selling themselves into slavery due to debt from stealing and what have you. From then, you were shipped across the sea to a much larger island nation where you worked in the fields and the mines as you got older. That's how you were able to become so fit and buff. Shortly before you were able to get your character, or before your character was out of slavery, you were shipped once more to you were sold to a man that was making a trip to what was known as the Dragon Islands. During that time frame, or on the journey there, a storm hit, and the ship was wrecked off of the coast of what you know as the Shattered Veil. Was that too fast for you?
I think I got it.
Okay.
I have from a small island nation, tiny. No one goes there. No resources there. Parents fell into slavery due to debts at my young age. Was sent to a different camp for strong labor things. Sent later to Dragon Islands. Shipwrecked on a Shattered Veil.
Shipwrecked while on trip to Dragon Island.
Oh.
Well, let's say
No, I got it. It's okay. Okay.
Strong storm, destroyed ship while in transit or whatever. Washed up on the shores of the Shattered Veil.
You're Tarzan.
As you all hopefully know at this point, the small island, or the relatively large island nation we're on currently, is called the Shattered Veil. the town that most of us are in is called Honeywood. I think, Tigger, did we get you to the town of Honeywood before we ended?
I was sleeping with a weird old dude, and then that was the end of mine.
And I was too
That's
drunk
fine.
to know what was happening that night.
So,
Oh
when
no.
you wait, Tigger, when you wake up the
I might be
next
there.
day,
Mhm.
there is nobody around the campsite. Let me get you over to the.
Oh, that's where he was. Okay.
Yeah. Should be this one, I believe. When you wake up the next morning, there is quite literally nobody there. It is just you and the mat you're sleeping on. If you get up and adventure around the campsite, you will notice that the where the fireplace and the old man were sitting, there's no sign that there was ever a fire there, nor any chairs of any kind scattered around the fire pit like you remember. The cat was sleeping on your chest when you fell asleep. As you woke up, the cat just kind of hopped off and looked at you.
Wait, isn't he the one who left the note or something?
Yeah, but it was gone.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, did we? Yeah, so we already got past this point, didn't we?
Yeah, somebody left a note that tried to blow away in the wind, and then we stuck a rock on it or something.
No,
I'm
I don't.
trying to look at my notes.
I wasn't here last game or
Yeah,
whatnot.
but I thought,
So,
but I feel like you said it was the cat person who did that, so that means Hayden already left that area.
I'm not looking at my notes. He just said the last thing we did was he was sleeping.
Well, then who left
Yeah,
a note?
okay. It was Tigger that left the note underneath the rock and it blew away. So
Because I have a
on
note.
your character sheet, Tigger, do you have a bag of holding?
I don't think I do, unless.
Did
Oh,
you
see.
follow the cat to the destroyed building though? Yes.
No,
No.
I
Okay.
haven't been to destroy building yet.
Okay. So you woke up from your sleep. You did the thing with the notes. We already went through that scene, I guess. Then you followed the road towards what you know as the town of Honeywood. Along the way, the cat wanders off the road and looks back at you and kind of motions you to follow. Do you follow it or do you continue along the path?
I guess I follow the cat because cat's got me here so far.
Okay. You can't see this. Go back. You need to fix it.
Oh, Bill, did you get my video?
Which one?
I'll be right back.
The one I just sent you.
Let me check. I did. Whew. Whew.
That's what I was watching
Woo!
when you're like, "Are you jerking off down there?" I was like, "What?"
Oh man. Oh
Okay,
damn.
so
God damn. Sorry, go ahead.
you
Go ahead.
Tigger, you follow the cat through the woods along a path that seems like it's been disturbed somewhat recently. Um, eventually, you come to a destroyed building in the woods. I don't remember which character you are. You should be the hooded figure, yes?
Yeah, I'm something like that. It's been 2
I
weeks.
can't grab you. There you are. Did you have a bow?
Yeah.
You did have a bow. All right. Copy. And here. And paste. And token layer. And token layer. Okay. So you follow the cat. up to this building. He runs up to the steps, or runs up the steps and looks back at you, motioning with his head towards the door.
I guess I walk up to the door. Real quick, I want to investigate the you said it was disturbed, the trail?
Yes, relatively recently.
Okay, can I investigate? Are they boots, paw prints?
So from what you can see, if you want to roll me an investigation, I can tell you.
21.
So you see the definite signs of at least one cat passing through, as well as one pair of boots. No, actually, two pairs of boots. And they all look to be walked in this direction, but not come back the same way.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so I guess I walk into the building.
Okay. So as you reach for the handle and pull the door open, you see a relatively empty room.
Relatively?
Relatively empty room.
What's in there that doesn't make it empty? Relatively.
So there's a few bushes. I'm trying to get something from the GM layer. Hold on. Is it on background? No, it's on the object and token layer. Okay. So you see a table, some bushes. The door kind of wiggles in the door frame as you open it, and it falls down. There's not much of substance to be seen here.
I guess I'll. Oh, where's my token? Can I capture my token? Oh, there he is. I found him.
So the cat kind of wanders in with you, heads into this back room, and then heads up the stairs.
I guess I'll follow.
Oh no, where's my third? I'm missing my third slide. Okay, you'll just have to think about it with your brain. Yeah. So as you go up the stairs, there is a very tight attic space. The cat walks over to a small body that's laying on the ground and kind of lays down on top of it.
Small body?
A small body, yes.
Living body?
If you want to walk up to it and look at it, you will see that the corpse of a small child is laying there.
Jesus Christ, it's dark. Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any fresh blood. There definitely seems to be what looks like a burn on the ground around it in the shape of a blood puddle. And if you look more closely at the body, you can tell that it's actually a very desiccated corpse. It's like it's been laying here for a very long period of time.
Can I roll history or religion to see if this is like sacrificial?
Yeah, if you want to roll me a religion, I can tell you one way or the other.
Religion, history is the same for me. So. Ooh, got a 12.
So with the 12, you can't really tell 100% one way or the other. You get the feeling that it might be due to some sort of dark occurrence that occurred on these grounds.
Okay. My cat's just chilling on this kid's body.
Like, it's laying down next to it, head on the chest. Like, it's partially mummified.
Okay. Is there anything else in the room besides that?
If you look around, there are a few crates and boxes. There is also a bag tucked around the corner, with a small doll laying on top of it.
Small doll.
Yes.
I guess I pick up the doll and look at it, see if it's a haunted doll or something like that.
You pick it up and you can tell that it's a very frail doll, as if it was made quite a long time ago from hay and sackcloth. What
Nice.
it would be as if you were to recognize it as a child's a young girl's doll from quite a long time ago.
Is the person on the ground child, girl?
Yes.
Sad. What's inside the bag? Oh shit! What the fuck?
If you reach into the bag, you can pull your arm out and there's nothing there.
Okay, I guess I'll take the bag and put the doll on top of the girl's body, I guess.
The cat looks up at you and meows softly.
Yeah, like being half cat, do I know what that means?
Through your feline nature, you can tell there is a deep and sorrowful pain in this cat's heart. As if a great evil or a great misdeed has occurred to make this cat feel like it's in so much pain.
Alright. Yeah, so I guess I put the doll on top of the girl or like next to the girl. There's like nothing else in here besides the crates and the boxes. Or like, are they all like shut closed or?
It's they're all kind of partially falling apart, moth or even termite eaten. The only thing that really seems to be of value of anything is possibly the doll and the bag, and that the value of the doll is more sentimental than anything.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I look at the cat and like, well, what now? She gonna hang with the dead kid?
It looks up to you and then looks down at the body. And it takes its nose and with gentle grace kind of nudges some dirt or some dust from the floor onto a leg.
Do you want me to bury this child?
The cat looks up at you and meows.
Take that as a yes.
It meows happily.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so I guess I pick up the girl and I will go outside.
As you pick up the girl, a note flutters down from the body. It's a scrap piece of paper. Whoa, where'd the rest of my things go? Ah! What the fuck? Oh god! Okay, I thought I lost everything. Do you pick up the note? Do you read it or you carry the body outside?
I read the note first.
Okay, let me pull it up. I hope that's not it. Did I delete it? Oh shit. Oh shit. I think
If it's the same note I have, I think I have it.
It's the same one. Can you read that off for me?
Yeah, let me find it. We were four once, it took all we had. The end is coming, and I know this is very sad, but please, my love, survive. Four now four is two, and two is one.
Sorry guys, I gotta go. Aaron needs me apparently.
Okay, well, you bury the body and You get that note. You make it to the next city. Bye. Which one's Aaron?
Huh?
Anyone? I guess not. Okay.
What?
What?
Oh, y'all couldn't hear me, I
The-
guess.
The brother Aaron. Okay.
He lives with Aaron Blackman.
Yeah, Aaron Blackman.
I thought he lived with Brandon.
He
Yeah.
also lives with Brandon.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so Jaden, you are washed upon the shore. You're sopping wet. It's close to the middle of the night. Off in the distance, you see lights coming off of a town. What do you do?
Well, I look around and I'm like, well, this sucks. And then I walk to the lights, I guess. Am I clothed fully still?
I'd say you're probably about 90%. Your shirt might be torn up a little bit, but overall, you're in surprisingly good condition after surviving the storm last night.
Go
Okay.
into the light.
I'm going to walk towards the city.
As you walk towards the city, you trip over a body.
Ah! This! Can I do an inspection of the body?
You certainly can.
No. Wow.
Back.
So you turn the body over, and you realize that what you've just tripped over is the body of the man who bought you.
Oh.
He is wearing relatively fine clothes for a dwarf. A nice pair of boots, a upscale cloak and jacket.
Mm.
And if you check his pockets, you do find a bag of gold to the sum of 15 gold pieces.
I will be copping that.
That's your starting gold.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You also find a bag next to him with quite a few things in it, like a holy symbol, a prayer book, 5 sticks of incense, vestments, a belt pouch, chainmail, a great axe, battle axe, hand axe, explorer's pack, common clothes, a backpack, bedroll, master kit, or mess kit, tinderbox, torch, rations, water skin, and hempen rope.
This guy's got some big pockets.
Well, it was in a bag that was underneath him. He was clutching.
Oh, okay.
As you rolled him over, you saw that. So you've got the relatively fancy clothing. You feel like if you wore this into a upscale tavern, you would be looked upon favorably.
Well, I would like to make the clothing change. I am going to put those clothes on.
All right. So now you're relatively well dressed, 15 gold pieces, richer, with a relatively decent loadout. Do you continue walking to the village? Jaden?
Yes, I want to keep going to the village.
All right.
Look
On
for
your
like some sort of store, market.
So as you walk up as you're walking towards the village, you see a black cat cross your path. It sits down on the side of the road and stares at you.
I stare back at the cat.
It meows at you.
Meow. I meow back.
It wanders off into the forest.
Is there anybody around me?
Nope, just you and the cat.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna follow this cat because it's being inconspicuous.
You approach the edge of the thicket that it wandered into, and you can see that it's relatively impassable for a being of your size. There is a pair of glowing green eyes staring back at you from the depths.
Mr. Kitty, is that you?
You hear a hiss.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
I see what's going on here. I guess I walk away now because I don't want to get attacked.
All right. You make your way onwards towards the lights. You get into town in the early morning, probably enough time that if you go to the tavern or one of the local taverns, you can probably plop down on a stool and pass out for a couple hours in the common room if you don't want to spend money on a room.
I would be okay with that.
If you're looking at the map, that's the path you just took. All right, so you make your way into town. There's very few people walking around. One person, if asked, will point you towards the Happy Drunk Tavern. It's one of the favorite local establishments with some relatively nice people running it.
Okay. I would like. Oh, sorry.
No good.
I was gonna say I would like a room.
So
I'm gonna go make
you walk in the tavern. You see a big burly creature behind the bar. It's relatively dark inside. There's a few people snoring, passed out on the ground.
Oh, it's one of those.
And you hear some clanging on pots and pans in the back of the tavern.
Sorry, I thought I already walked in. I mean, I guess I could just fall asleep on the ground.
I mean, you can go ask for a room. I'm just saying that's the scene you're seeing.
Okay. Well, do they have like a little dinger bell?
I will say there probably is something on the door, but it's probably wrapped in leather. It's pretty late. Getting close to early morning.
That's true. Well, I guess I'll kind of scan the area and see if there's anyone I can talk to about a room.
You see a burly figure in the darkness behind the bar.
That's right. Well, I'll go talk to him. And, Mister? Mister? Sorry.
The burly figure turns around, and in the what remains of the lamp lights, you see a half minotaur standing before you. He goes, "What do you want?"
A room, I guess.
No room.
Okay. And then I go lay on the ground.
He just kind of stares at you, and he's like, and then just turns back to cleaning the cups he was cleaning earlier.
Interesting guy.
Well, he was happier. He was happier earlier in the night, but he's had to haul some buckets of heavy water up the stairs to the second story for somebody. So, you lay down. Do you fall asleep?
Yes.
Do you do anything to protect yourself before you fall asleep?
I leave one hand on my battle axe.
All right. So, if that's it, you're going to sleep. Then we'll continue on to the next scene.
I am asleep.
Okay. Roll me. Wait, what's your passive perception?
0.
Passive perception is 0.
No, it should be. It should be
10.
10 plus whatever his. Yeah.
It's 10. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, and Okay. All right, you sleep through the night. So next morning rolls around. There is a knock at your door, Bill and Ron, and it sounds like it's a very dreary bartender.
All right. Were we sharing a room?
We
I
did.
thought-
We
Okay.
got one room, 2 beds.
I couldn't remember. All right.
So you hear.
I guess that was
It's
a
time to
knocking.
get
Yeah.
up.
I wouldn't get the door. I'd still be dead to the world asleep.
Yeah, let's trying to decide if I imagine I probably wake up because yeah, not waking up when someone tells me it's time to wake up, and if I didn't get up, that was a beating. So yeah, I'm up, probably in my like, clothes that you wear underneath armor. I don't own any other clothes, so my undergarments, and
You just answer the door naked.
I might. I mean, no, but I do go and answer the door in my, my just regular clothes. I wouldn't be currently armored because I was sleeping, and this time I wasn't sleeping in the woods. So for once I get to sleep. Well, I guess I don't sleep in armor when I'm a slave, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right. So you open the door. You catch what looks to be a tail as it kind of drifts by off to the left. If you duck out, you can see the half Minotaur bartender walking from room to room, banging on the doors and giving the wake up call, as it were.
I guess I look at him. I don't say anything to him because I realize now what he's doing. I thought possibly there was an emergency or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. Go back in. I'm gonna look over at. Did I ever find out your name in character?
Yeah.
Okay, at the good doctor. I guess I'll go over to you and nudge you. Hey, hey. Apparently, we're supposed to wake up. I use my electric hand ability, and I'm gonna give you a nice little shock. I'm gonna give you an RP shock.
Still. Okay, I'm up.
Okay. Just I'm used to waking up quick. Sorry. She's gonna go. Of course.
I am too, but I was working late.
How long does it take to put on chainmail?
How do you do it, Whisper?
/W and then the screen name, I think.
Okay. I was doing W/. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Hold on, I'm trying to see. Google. I mean, I'm gonna start donning my armor.
Tharun, since you're getting dressed and everything, I've got a new thing. Do you want to see it?
Something you got while we were asleep?
Sort of. I technically got it from where I was living last, from one of my last jobs.
Sure.
Okay, so what the doctor's going to do, she's going there. I don't know if you would have noticed this, but she was just wearing, the outfit that she had on, which is basically somewhere between Plague Doctor and priestly vestments. But you notice there's a sash around her shoulder, kind of running in a spiral pattern down her arm, ending in a little medallion to the Raven Queen. So the doctor grabs the sash, the little metal medallion to the Raven Queen becomes a knife, and the rest of it becomes like a line, like a tubed line connecting to the knife, and yeah.
Wow, that's convenient.
Indeed, I should be able to help stabilize people and save their lives.
Oh, okay. It was a knife. I thought it was some sort of weapon. But that's
It
good
is.
too.
It's both.
She finishes putting on her armor, grabs her shield, holds out her hand, and again, she's not even well, no, she like as she lowers her hand, her spear appears in it, just kind of oh, then straps it. It was like lying on the floor across the room. And then she
Yeah.
straps, she puts it into its like, holder thingy on her back, and she still doesn't realize
Jay,
she
did you
can do
get
that
those
at will.
whispers?
Do what?
Did you get those whispers?
Oh yes.
So, what are we doing today?
Well, I could go for some breakfast, and then I need to do a little research on the town on a certain merchant. Maybe a few others in town. Who knows?
Oh.
We'll see where the fun leads.
Oh yes, breakfast. I would love some more of that soup we had last night. It was the best thing I've ever eaten.
I'm quite certain likely the bartender will have breakfast food, not dinner food.
You mean there are different meals for different times of the day?
Absolutely. And the flavors range for each.
She like does one of those like just like so like happy sighs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, let's go get some breakfast.
All right. Okay, well then I guess we're going downstairs. I'm gonna put on my stuff and everything. And by the way, Frank, I am gonna go ahead and put on my new boots, the ones with the little compartment in the heel. I was wondering, would I be able to fit a set of thieves' tools in there?
So what I was imagining as the heel of the boot was maybe about max like 2 inches by 4 inches. So you could, I guess, theoretically fit a pair of thieves' tools in there. Yes.
Yeah, just like the basic ass lockpicks.
Right.
Then yeah, I've got those on. I've got those on now too. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go downstairs.
Okay. So Jaden, the half minotaur comes, kicks your leg, tells you to wake up. As you sit up, you notice that your gold pouch feels a little heavier. As you check it, you seem to be short a gold, but have 9 silver and 8 copper, whereas before you had, or I'm sorry, it's 14 gold, 9 silver, 8 copper.
Okay. Bless you.
I wonder who did that. Sorry, I had to reset my thing because it wouldn't let me open my character sheet.
You're fine.
Oh, who took my gold?
If my math is right, you're missing basically 2 copper.
Yeah.
Is that right? It's 10 to 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I should double check myself. So as you say that, the bartender looks up from cleaning a mug and says, You slept on my floor. I gotta charge you something.
What about these guys? Did they do the same?
We paid 2 silver for ours.
Y'all are still coming down the stairs.
Oh shit.
So. I mean, you can probably hear that and say that out loud if you want, but that wasn't directed towards you. The only people in the room right now are just the other people sleeping on the ground. He's like, the half minotaur goes, well, they were drinking last night. You just came in and collapsed. I had to charge you for something, but they drank, so I just let them sleep it off.
All right.
He goes, I got breakfast here if you want.
10 meals a day.
So you sidle up to the bar, and the bartender goes ahead and pulls out a plate from underneath the table with 2 scrambled eggs, 2 sunny side up eggs, a good slab of bacon, and like 5 pieces of toast.
That sounds so good.
We'll have what he's having.
So you walk down the stairs. You see the interaction between him and the dwarf. The bartender looks up and nods at you and walks into the back.
I guess Tarun is gonna go and sit next to the dwarf, and just eye his food. She can smell it. It looks delicious. It looks like it might be the best food she's ever had.
Yeah, the doctor's gonna sit next to Thorun.
Because right now she's had gruel. She's had rat dropping cake. She's had trail rations, bad trail rations, and then traveler's soup, which was the best food she ever had. So, in that
Please
order. So.
describe the rat dropping poop.
It was thieves stew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got. No, oh, traveler. That was traveler apostrophe S. So it was the soup that traveler made. Yeah, but sure, it's called thieves stew.
We talked about the guy on TikTok who actually makes it. He's the
right. Yeah.
Quincy's Tavern.
Yeah, Quincy's Tavern. He's missing like a finger or something on both hands.
Yeah, he's got it's a birth. It's a from birth thing. He's missing
Interesting.
He's got like 2 fingers on each hand.
Yeah, 2 fingers and a thumb.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, so the bartender comes back out from the back area, plops down 2 more portions of the 4 eggs, both with 2 scrambled, 2 sunny side up, big old slab of bacon, and 5 pieces of toast. And he goes, "That's a lot of food for an elf, but I don't know what you human person are, but I mean,
I can put it away."
He just kind of shrugs and then holds out his hand.
How much?
He's like, 1 silver.
Tarun pulls out her bag and dumps all the gold on there, counts out 1 silver.
Oh my god.
And then pushes it back into her bag.
Oh my god, it's too early for me to already be this tired.
If you look up at the half Minotaur bartender, his head's just kind of in his hand, shaking his head.
and then
put it away.
She digs in.
So y'all sit there, I guess, quietly for a little while, eating your food, and unless you want to talk to each other, we'll keep going.
The doctor's gonna turn to the dwarf. So, dwarf, what brings you into the city?
Mother Nature.
Interesting.
Not wrong.
I've heard she can be somewhat of a angry bitch.
Quite.
Well, I'm a traveling holy person, and let's just say Samaritan.
Oh well, I'm trying to eat.
Okay.
Torun looks over at your plate after she's finished hers.
Yeah.
And without realizing she does it, she switches to Dwarvish and says, "Are you gonna finish that?"
He like looks up at her and he's like, and it kind of freaks out because he hasn't like heard anyone speak Dwarvish in a very long time. And he's like, I guess you could have it.
she takes the plate and starts scarfing down that too.
I go ahead and give Tarun my bacon, half my bacon.
She'll eat that. Yeah, she's a big girl.
I like a good eater.
Oh, I've never had anything so delicious in my life.
Just wait until the itis sets in.
The what?
You probably haven't learned about this, but when you eat a lot, you sometimes get really sleepy afterwards.
Oh, well, I guess I can always just shock myself awake.
masochist.
What was that last one?
Huh?
You cut out.
What was that?
Oh, I said, oh, and a masochist.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2,
Okay.
3.
That's all I've got for the interaction.
Yeah, I guess Tarun finishes everybody's food, and thank you, dwarf. That was delicious.
Uh
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Bill said no about something.
Oh, sorry. Ignore that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured.
So that was your passive perception, Bill. You're more than welcome to say anything out loud you want, if you want to say anything at all.
Oh, so that was my passive perception.
Yes, your passive perception of 16 allowed you to hear that.
Oh, okay. I immediately on hearing it, I turn my head sharply.
You see a small girl, covered in quite a bit more dirt than the last time you saw her, kind of peeking at you from around a column.
I do that gesture like come over.
She comes over and she kind of like does the twiddle the foot thing in the ground, and rocks back and forth.
Was this the girl who wouldn't take our money?
Yes.
Okay.
I go ahead and what's left on my plate, which I think is probably one egg and like 2 slices of toast. I go ahead and hand her the plate. I couldn't possibly eat all of this. Do you want the rest?
Her eyes goes wide. Her eyes go wide and says, "Thank you, Mrs. I haven't eaten today."
Well, now you
And
have.
She grabs it and starts like just scarfing it down, like fist to mouth, like no manners whatsoever.
Just like Tarun.
Very similar.
She's learning after Aunt Tarun.
Bill, if you want to give me an active perception or investigation check.
Okay, let me see here. Perception is 6, investigation is 3. But I don't never do good with the perception. I'll go with investigation this time.
Hey, that was a good choice.
See, exactly.
So as you look over the small child's body, Tina, as you remember her,
Yeah.
you notice a few more bruises kind of starting to swell on her cheek. She also has something shiny peeking out from her makeshift belt.
Before I ask about the shiny, now the bruises, would they look like something she'd get from fighting other kids?
With an 18, I'll give it to you, and it looks like there was probably a larger hand involved than what a kid might have.
Understood. I'll keep a mental note of that one. And while she's eating, I'll just be like, I spy something shiny. What have you got?
So her face lights up, and she like puts the plate onto the counter as best she can from her small stature, and then reaches down and grabs something and then holds it out to you. If as you examine it, you've seen this item before. Actually, you saw it last night. It was pretty close to your face before you randomly blinked away.
Is it one of those feathers that the thing threw at me?
Yes.
I'll gingerly take it from her hands. Wow, I actually recognize this. Where did you find it?
It was left in the alley after you and the goofy one were making funnies.
would it be okay if I gave you some money for this?
Her eyes grow even larger in fear, and she backs away and says, "No, ma'am, I can't accept. I shouldn't even be here. I'm sorry." And then she like rushes out the door.
Okay. Well, I've got one of these now.
Yeah, Tarun had, she may not have done a perception, but she would notice the doctor talking to the girl and, had turned to watch and says, well, that was strange.
I mean, both the dwarf and Tarun, both Lard. Shit, what's his name, Jaden?
Lard?
How do you say it? Is it Lard?
Yes,
It's hard.
Okay. So both Lard and Tarun probably would have saw the doctor kind of turn away from the meal and do what she did. So
yeah.
Well, should I list this in my inventory as glass dart?
It will be glass feathered dagger.
Got it.
It is not another attunable weapon, and it has a name.
Oh shit! And all I'm gonna say is, God damn it, Hayden, you set this in motion.
Can't do anything.
Hey, he's back.
Oh, I've been back, boys.
Oh shit! We should have said something.
I did. I sat down and said I'm back, and then kept going.
Apparently, Craig is messing up again.
All right. Well, Hayden, you bury the child. The cat lays on the burial mound, cries a little bit, looks up at you, meows. And kind of
now recording.
Well, that's going to be annoying. I have 2 downloads I'll have to do.
Hayden, you now have a sack and a doll in your possession, and the cat's just rubbing your leg and looking at the grave.
I look down at the cat. I'm like, now you get all cuddly? This is bull crap.
So it just continues to rub your leg and meow and stares at the doll in your hand.
I offer the doll to the cat.
It kind of bats it away and then looks over at the grave.
Put the doll on top of the grave.
The cat meows happily at you. I deleted that main intro. I can't find it no more. So anyways, it meows happily at you, lays its head on the grave top. You see it kind of take a big inhale and then an exhale, and the body just starts to disintegrate into sparkles.
Nice. Can I roll another like religion or history check to see if I understand that? If that new revelation comes out to anything? God, it's even freaking worse. Never mind.
So with the 5, you think this is something that naturally happens to all cats when they reach a certain age.
Fantastic.
You think this is exactly what's going to happen to you when you die.
Nice. All right. I guess so I will continue to walk down the road.
Yes. So you continue along the path and eventually you walk into the town of Honeywood. At this point in time, you're probably pretty hungry. You could make your way to the tavern if you want, or you can make your way over to the market and begin buying some equipment if you think you need anything extra.
Where are the trash cans?
I mean, there's no real like trash cans in the entryway.
All right, I go behind the taverns and I go behind the taverns and look.
What are you looking for?
Trash.
You find trash.
Edible trash?
If you want to give me a constitution check, sure.
It's because for the past like 3 months of my life, I've been on the run. I don't have any money. Like, what do you expect me to do?
If you remember correctly, you were able to find some small amount of gold.
Yeah, like 4 copper.
15 gold pieces.
Oh, okay, sweet. Um,
So as you're behind the tavern searching for some edible food, you do find a couple pieces. At that same time, the backside of the tavern opens, or a door opens on the backside of the tavern, and a woman walks out. She's a relatively pretty woman with a mark on her face that you can tell is a slave brand, of the magical kind, and it's really, really faded, close to being completely gone. She looks over at you and says, "Oh, poor dear, would you like to come in and have some food?"
um, I don't got any money.
That's all right. I have a soft spot for tabaxi.
Oh, sweet. I wander in.
So as you enter, you see a kitchen area where there's quite a few pans, pots, and things. There's some eggs frying. There's some toast grilling over a griddle, um, and there's some bacon frying in some pans. She tosses you a plate together and hands it to you.
I say thank you. And what's your name?
Uh, I didn't write the name down from the last session.
I don't think I wrote it down either.
Nope.
Bill? No? Okay. My name's Margaret, my dear.
Yeah, I think during that part I was too engaged and wasn't taking notes.
Well, thank you, Margaret. My name is
My name is
Eeyore.
Your name is Eeyore?
Eeyore. Yep.
Eeyore. It's nice to meet you, Eeyore. If you'd like, you can go eat in the tavern proper. Um, don't mind the big lummox behind the bar. He looks frightening, but he's a gentle soul.
I guess I take the food and I'll wander out there. Is there anything I've
All right.
noticed in the kitchen though?
I mean, there doesn't seem to be anything too terribly interesting. There's some stacks of food, boxes of eggs, a few pots and pans, some fire, a small table for prep, um, and a picture frame on the bedside, or not bedside, on the table next to the door that you came in, of a what looks to be a half minotaur and a woman smiling. It's clearly a painting, but it's a picture frame. Like it's a small one. It's not like a big 12 by 15 wall picture frame. It's a little small painting. Anyways,
Yeah, I guess I wander out and look in the tavern.
um, so as you walk out, you'll see a dwarf, a elf, and what looks to be a human sitting at the bar. Um, there's a small child that's just run out the front door, and uh, that's about all you can see. There's a few people that are still kind of groggily sitting up that look like they might have been asleep to this point. But overall, there's not anything too terribly interesting going on in this area.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I just find a place to sit down and start eating.
Okay. So as you eat your meal, Bill, Jaden, and Ron, your characters are finishing up at the bar. The girl already left. Did you want to have any more conversation, or did you want to go your separate ways?
Is the bartender still there?
He is.
Tarun, like, leans over and kind of motions for him to come over, does
He leans over and comes over.
I wanted to ask you, what was your name?
I'm Jeremiah.
Oh, right. Oh, Jeremiah. I was supposed to find a Jeremiah. Hold on, let me see what those notes say about that. That wasn't what she was going to ask about, but... oh, okay. Oh, Jeremiah. Actually, I have another thing I want to talk to you about. But first, actually, I was going to ask about that girl who just not the little one who ran out the front door, but the one who works here. She said that that she needed money or something like that to get the slave brand away, but she wouldn't take it from me. I was wondering if you would accept some.
So he kind of blushes, but kind of like an angry blush, and he goes, "Listen, traveler, I don't need your money. I run a good shop, a good bar, a good tavern. And he kind of leans closer and he whispers, I'm in the process of selling right now. And once we get it sold, me and Margaret are gonna go far away."
She says, okay, good. She seemed to really care about you, and I wanted to do what I could to help. She thinks about the way the merchant reacted. No, she's got wisdom. That would be a wisdom thing. She thinks about the way the merchant reacted to showing her brand and decides not to, but not to show it. And she just says, I was also a slave and know what a burden it can be. Anyway, I don't want to bother you about that. So I met this man, this weird old man named the Traveler. Do you know him?
Jeremiah's fuzzy face kind of goes slightly pale, and he does a cross across his like body.
Christianity's a thing.
Well, this looks more like it's in a warding fashion. It's not like the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, or Holy Ghost, whatever. It's just kind of like top, bottom, and then like a circle. So it's more of like a warding off of
right.
And he goes, the Traveler is not the name you speak in this place.
Oh. Okay. Well, the weird old man said you might be able to help me with this book, and she shows him the journal that to him only has terrible recipes. It's like it records my dreams, but nobody else can see the dreams. They see something else.
He picks it up and looks at it, kind of turns it over, opens it, looks at the pages, takes a couple whiffs, sets it back down, and says, I can tell it's unspelled. That's about all I know. There's Jeremiah, the bookmaker, in town as well.
Maybe that's who he meant.
Maybe that is it.
Okay. All right.
So the Minotaur's name is Jeremiah, but he's called Jerry.
Okay.
If you ask him formally, it's Jeremiah, but everybody calls him Jerry.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
What?
Fucking Jerry.
That's Bill's character's name.
Stole Kevin from me. Now I lost. Now you got Jerry too.
Yeah. Anyways, so Jaden, your character is just gonna sit there and chill. Jaden, did you already fall asleep?
Jaden's dead.
He's dead. He's
what
fucking dead.
What was in those eggs?
LSD.
He's muted. Do you know you're
He-
muted,
he-
Jaden? Maybe he had to go do something.
Maybe.
If I fall asleep, I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
So, at this point, you've all eaten Tigger or
Yep.
Eeyore, whatever you want to call yourself.
Mhm.
You've probably heard the conversation because you were sitting pretty close to the bar as well. You finished up your food, and you do realize that you are missing a few things that could help you along your way. And with 15 gold, do you think it's a good idea to go visit the market?
Okay. So you said I'm going to the market?
You feel it's a good idea. You don't have to.
Okay, yeah. I'll finish up my food. Obviously steal the fork and the knife that I have, and then go to the market.
Okay. Bill and I wanted to call Ron cautious for a second there. Ron and Bill, you see a tabaxi stand up from a table. You don't remember seeing him enter at all, but it walks out the back door, or walks out the front door and off into the early morning light.
I guess I wouldn't think anything of that.
Yeah.
As far as I know, y'all don't really have much plans for today, except possibly go look for Mr. Biggs. And you don't exactly know where to look. Ron, Torun would probably recall that Ferrul told you that he would meet you back at the market yesterday. And
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Tarun, you know, she's like picking some bacon gristle out of her teeth, and then she's like, "Oh, I just remembered. I was supposed to meet someone at the market. Do you mind if we stop by there?"
No, not at all. Let's go.
Okay, you know, I guess if there's nothing else to do in the bar, and Jaden appears to be asleep.
You can do anything you want in the bar. I'm not saying you have to leave.
She looks at the dwarf and it's like, I guess he can't handle his eggs, and then she gets up and I guess she did what she needed. She already asked Jerry about the book, and he's not the right Jerry, so. Oh, I guess maybe if we can find this bookmaker also, but there's no rush on that really. And
is any of that in character to
yeah,
Bill's
yeah,
character?
yeah.
Or?
She's talking to Bill. Yeah, like also there's a bookmaker I want to find, but that's not no rush on that.
Actually, I could use just a couple of books myself.
All right then, to the market, and then to the bookmaker.
And should we? Having a dwarf come along would probably be good for our image. Should we? Do you think we should just drag him around with us?
Well, he looks like he didn't get a good night's sleep. It wouldn't make any sense for them to drag the unconscious dwarf around.
Yeah. I think we're just going to enter this encounter with Jaden asleep or not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was just kind of more saying, it kind of makes dropping a tail easier when you've got a sap,
Yeah.
Oop. There's a lot of maps going on in here.
We get a lot of, we get a lot of side eye. We can be like, okay, drop the dwarf, they'll arrest him. No, I'm good. We're good. We're good to go.
All right, so you all make your way individually, kind of, over to the market square. Do any of y'all need to go shopping for anything?
I don't think I have enough money to get anything. I don't need anything.
Just
That's
just
30 gold
one.
or less. So
I need like 1 or 2 books. That's like literally it.
As I'm walking around, what do I see?
So if you look around the market square, whoops, that's not supposed to be one. This area here is the market square. I don't know if you can see it. I'm pinging it on the map. You see this whole area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you come down the road, freehand. As you come down the road, off to your right, you see somebody working on making flour or pastries and things. If you continue on, you've got a person selling pots, pans, and other home goods in this general area. Further down, you see what appears to be a weapons display, and I'm sorry, not weapons display, armor display. And the further down you go, you also see some weapons of different kinds. There's a man here, woman here, another woman here. They're all working at their specific tasks. There's also quite a few people throughout the market just going about doing things they need to do. Over here, you see a cart. The cart looks like it's selling some odds and ends, some random potion ingredients, just some oddities of different varieties. You see a shop here that has some stuff sitting out. It looks like it's like rat encrusted, trail rations and things like that. There's a grocer over here. This person is also selling some other types of odds and ends. This person's probably selling, I don't know, something, and this person's selling some more shit. You also have a tree over here. Under the tree, you have a few people just sitting around, enjoying the day, eating some random foodstuffs. And there's also as you can see here, a kind of raised dais area.
All right.
Basically, do you need anything in particular? Do you need to go shopping?
I don't really know if I would need anything besides maybe just getting some food.
You looking for trail rations? Or are you looking for like fresh produce or some stuff that's going to last a little bit longer?
Probably rations and whatnot.
The only stand that you see with rations is probably this one, and doesn't seem to be anybody nearby it. There, in fact, appears to be like a almost like a bubble of no go around it.
Well, that's where I'm going.
You walk up to it. Nobody comes up to greet you. There's some random food stuff sitting out. You can see quite a bit of fly activity buzzing around the food. It looks like it might have been left out overnight.
I look underneath the table and whatnot.
Do what?
I look underneath the table. I'm looking for a coin purse.
You do notice appears to be a note with a dagger driven through it. Or was it no, it was a dagger blank.
Yeah.
On the top of the table, underneath and around, you don't really see anything else as far as coins.
Okay. What does the note say?
It says your fate is sealed. Your fate is sealed, and your days are numbered. And then underneath it has a black. It kind of looks like a black smudge, but ink smudge. But but if you look closely, you can almost see like the detail of a raven in it.
Are we in the market yet?
I guess I'm gonna roll history to see if I know what that means. That raven.
You do not.
course, I don't ever know anything. I put the paper back down
Well,
and
real quick, do you worship any gods of any kind, or whenever you were younger?
what is the Patreon of this world?
You have quite a few different types of deities. Most of the 5Es are acceptable, as well as parts of the Greek pantheon.
Oh, parts of the Greek pantheon?
Yes.
What parts?
Would it also be part of the Norse pantheon?
I don't think the Nordic
Yes.
gods are actually in 5e, but I know the Egyptian ones are.
So if you tell me a god and what pantheon it's from, then I can tell you one way or another.
Artemis.
Well, like Odin would be the Norse pantheon. Anubis would be the Egyptian, and then Zeus, Greek.
Yes. Artemis
is a
more
Artemis.
Apollo.
Yeah, Artemis would be Greek also, right?
I guess I more want Apollo than Artemis.
Also Greek.
Yeah.
Yes. So Greek, the Greek, Nordic, Egyptian, and of course the 5e gods are currently what I have in the pantheon.
Right.
The two gods I would worship are probably why can I only remember his Roman Mercury and Apollo.
Which one is Mercury? Is he the fast guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think Mercury is Hermes. I think.
Hermes. Yeah.
Hermes. Yeah, Hermes and Apollo.
Those are good gods.
Yeah.
So if you worship either of them, then you more than likely have no idea what you're looking at. It just looks like an outline of a raven in a smudge.
So I look around.
Ink block tests.
I look around. Does anyone look like they're looking at me?
Most everybody is. At least
Most everyone's just staring at me.
Most everyone that is just outside of the bubble seems to glance at you as they pass by.
If
hurry on.
If I'm there and notice him, I think I would walk over.
You probably show up at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if I saw him
reading
reading the note.
And you'll probably see him read the note. And
I would walk over and be like, "Oh, you don't want any of that. It's disgusting."
Yes, and not sure how much longer he's going to be in business anyway.
I look up and I go, Did you write this note?
I'm not at liberty to discern that detail.
Not at liberty.
Did I see him write the note?
I believe so.
You saw me hammer the note in.
Yeah, he wrote it, or we put it there yesterday.
Tarun.
What?
Follow my lead going forward, and that
way
okay. You don't incriminate yourself.
It's okay. I don't even know what this means. This is a very poor painted Robin, if anything I've ever seen, or Raven. I don't even know. But anyways, yeah, and I start still looking around to see if maybe there's the gold purse left, maybe, perhaps.
There's he left rather abruptly yesterday. There's a lockbox back there, but I get the feeling that with the number of people there around us that refuse to come near his stall, it's probably not the easiest mark.
I mean, you can try.
Oh, I thought it was just the smell.
Roll.
Gosh, why am I rolling like shit?
I'll give you advantage because Bill already pointed it out. So you do see the lockbox, and I will let you try to steal that if you want.
All
You have
right.
to give me a sleight of hand or something.
Do you have thieves' tools?
Yeah, I have thieves' tools.
So with the 9, you walk over.
Wait, never mind. I didn't roll the right thing. Aha! Bitch.
All right, so you, you look over at it, and it seems to be somewhat a heavy-looking lockbox made of relatively nice wood with gold trimming around the edges, with a very convenient-looking handle on top. You pick it up; it's quite heavy, and you stow it away. And surprisingly, it doesn't seem like anybody saw you do it.
Nice. And I look up to the.
Much like in Skyrim, Torun is staring right at you, but has no reaction because you rolled high.
It does appear like one person might have seen you, but it looks to be a 11-year-old kid.
I see that he saw me. So like I notice that he knows I know.
Yes.
Okay. I look at him and put one of my fingers over my lips and then continue to walk towards the tree and climb up into the tree.
He kind of rubs his fingers together at you, and if you look at his clothes a little closer, you can tell his clothing isn't the greatest.
Yeah, neither is mine, buckaroo. How about you shove off?
Do I need to make a roll to see the kid?
I mean, at this point, they seem to be having a conversation from a pretty good distance, and more people seem to be taking an interest in the conversation.
Well, I didn't say anything out loud. It's just I look poor. My cloak makes me look like I'm poor. So
the kid kind of like rubs his fingers together at you.
I don't have any money. I don't know what you want.
Are you talking across a great distance, and you're climbing up the tree while you're talking to this kid that's pretty good distance away?
No, I'm mouthing that.
The
Unless
kid
he speaks thieves can't, then I can talk to him that way.
The kid pulls his pockets out and shows you, and then gives you kind of a sad.
Oh my god. I pull out a single ball bearing and throw it at him.
Is that an attack roll?
It's about to be. You there, Frank?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
I just lost power.
No.
You lost power?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We know what happened there, but it's just so. So the kid kind of like rubs his fingers at you, all that good stuff. You just kind of wave him off, and you finish climbing up the tree, I assume, and he walks away.
Oh yeah, that's not going to come back to bite you in the ass.
I hope it does.
Well, I guess we got to see if Frank gets power back.
Yeah.
I can do the majority of the rest of it without having it. I do have some paper sheets for the guards that's going to be coming up here shortly. So I can kind of do it without it if y'all want to at least hit the end of this little sub encounter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, all right, Bill and Ron, you see this weird interaction kind of go down and watch, I guess, the Tabaxi climb the tree.
Yes.
Y'all don't do anything about it?
Well, he rolled a 19 on his super sleight of hand, so I just think this is an odd interaction. I didn't see him pick up. I didn't see him pick up the box.
What
he
is
walked away? Like
I picked up the box. I don't even know what's inside the box. Like,
what the fuck even is a super sleight of hand?
because of my ability as a tabaxi, and because I'm a rogue, I get a plus to it, and so I get
You took your expertise in sleight of hand.
yeah.
Nice.
He just has it set as a super sleight of hand instead of doing. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, and then I also have it for stealth as well.
I just with the things that's going on with Hayden's character, it kind of works out. Speaking of Hayden, we need to go over what your stuff does later on.
Okay.
All right, so y'all, I guess just stand there, watch the tabaxi walk away.
What's inside the box, though?
Do you want to give me a what would it be a thief's tool roll?
Okay.
See if you can pick it.
25.
Son of a bitch.
All right, you open it and there is a very large sum of gold. I don't remember how much it was supposed to be, but I think it was like 250 gold in there.
Nice.
You're gonna get us kicked out of town.
And alongside that, there are also slips of paper with names and sums of what you assume, if you read it, to be gold amounts, either owed to or owed from.
I'll keep owed, like people who owe this person, and I'm about to go collect some bounties. That's what I'm about to do.
I am the kitty, the big bad kitty.
Give me the gold, or I'll shoot you in the face.
And but instead of like that hard guitar, it's just like a cat bell.
Well, see, now he's Cat the Bounty Hunter.
I'm Cat the Bounty Hunter, and instead of that guitar solo, it's a banjo solo, because we all know if you hear a banjo playing, that's more intimidating.
Right, so, Hayden, you got 250 gold. You can add that to your character sheet. You also, I guess, keep the slips of paper that look like they owe money to the person whose lockbox you just stole.
Nice.
So, at this point, you can continue shopping if you would like, or if you want to go look for the bookseller, you can. Or if you want me to continue on with the encounter, I can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we can go ahead with the encounter if I'm okay with that, because what I'm doing up in the tree is watching to see where specifically where each merchant keeps their gold.
Do I see Ferrul anywhere?
No.
No?
If everybody gives me a perception roll, please.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
No, I don't notice shit.
See how badly
Hayden, you get advantage. You're in the tree.
Oh, okay.
There's the first time for fucking everything.
17 from me and Hayden, and Bill got a nat 20 for a total of
Nice.
26.
All right, so all three of you, well, I'm gonna say two of you can hear, and Hayden you can see.
Bill.
No, Hayden, because he's up high.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, Bill and Ron, your characters can hear what sounds like some heavy boots marching, chains dragging, and what sounds also like wood dragging. Hayden, you can see about 4 guards surrounding a figure that's being partially dragged, pushed, and pulled along the path towards the raised dais area. You also see 2 more guards carrying what appears to be a stockade.
Oh, someone's about to be publicly humiliated.
I'm gonna turn to Tharun. And how far away was that tree that the cat
I climbed up into? It's literally like 20 feet away.
Oh, we didn't stretch go very far, so you will probably hear me say this to Tharun. Tharun, that sounds like trouble. We need to make ourselves scarce now.
I'm scared of nothing.
I'm not saying. Oh my God, no! Don't be scared. We have to go. They're going to put us in jail, and they're going to send you back to wherever you came from.
Join me in the tree.
Her spear's in hand all of a sudden, and she's gripping it tightly.
Oh,
They'll never
Lord.
take me back.
Then
she does look over at you and relaxes, doesn't put her spear away, but yeah, she's gonna go. I'll follow your lead.
And then she just as she's turning, she's gonna say out loud, "You may want to go somewhere else as well." And then we're just gonna start moving.
You saying that out loud to the tabaxi in the tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't drop the box, but I put the box up in the tree and then I scamper down.
So
and more or less follow them.
As everybody starts to move, you see a stockade being brought up on top of the dais. The dais is probably probably about 3.5-ish feet off the ground. You see a stockade being brought up to the top of the dais, placed down and unlocked. And then you see 4 guards approaching from that same from the backside of the dais with a pretty ragged looking figure in chains. They take the chains off. The figure doesn't even fight them removing the chains, and he gets put into the blockade. This figure has blonde hair. It's probably about 5'8", and Farul, you might not Farul. Tarun, you might recognize this character.
Okay, I'm guessing it's Farul. I was gonna say she is gonna like once she gets off to like over to this area or whatever, like where they're not immediately inside, she's gonna pause because she was gonna do that because she wanted to see the threat before, to like, see her enemy. But when she sees Farul, that's gonna change things. She reaches out to grab Valerie and stop her. That's the friend I was waiting for. What are they doing to him?
Was he also a slave?
He was, like me.
Then they may have discovered that. This town is not one that's going to look kindly on what happened to you. They're not looking kindly on the slavers, but you're a bleak reminder of something very very wrong in this world.
What are they going to do? Kill him?
Possibly. But wait.
I can't let that happen.
Before you do anything, just wait. Let's listen to them. They're about to make an announcement.
You dying? You good?
Sounds like it.
That is the sound Farul is making. They're the man in the stockade after they throw a bucket of water in his face. That's also me dying.
Yeah.
I was drinking some water and went down the wrong hole.
Stop it, Frank.
She's gonna stay where she is, taking the advice of the doctor, but she's gonna stay, close enough to where she can hear what's said. How far? I think she's gonna get within like sprinting distance though. Like, I don't know, right there. Nobody else is using their pieces, so.
I don't know where my piece is.
Yeah.
I hadn't gotten your piece in there, and my powers are back on, so I can't really set it up.
Okay, yeah.
I remember how it looks and the rough distances, so I should be fine.
Yeah, she's just gonna stay within, like sprinting distance to where she can run in and try to do something if, or throw her spear, I guess.
My ancestors are smiling down upon me. Can you say the same?
So, a small figure walks from the back of the dais up towards the front. This figure looks to be of gnomish stature, wearing some purple robes. And as it moves, you could, with perceptions as high as y'all had, y'all probably hear the clanking from underneath the robes and cloak. It steps up to the front and in a very high tinny voice, because it's a gnome and I can't do high tinny, it goes, it pulls out a scroll, and it goes, "My fellow citizens, I bring to you today," and as he's talking, the people around you are going quiet, and they're all kind of looking back towards the dais. Um, I bring forth to you today a dastardly man who has killed his father to take away his empire of trade. This young man had disappeared for days and has come back to claim his father's role. His father and his caravan disappeared along with quite a few guards along the road to that first city y'all came from, Failheim. It's Failheim. Because I don't have the picture. Ron, is that the name of the city that I told you earlier?
It was something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Failheim. And disappeared on the road to Failheim. The charges made against him are and destruction of mayoral property. And then like closes the scroll and steps back, and the guards bring forth some like rotten tomatoes and sets it on the edge of the dais, and goes, "For his crimes against the mayor, he will be publicly, what's the word? Uh, publicly shamed, and then 3 days hence will be executed. Now, please, everyone, step up and take a tomato." And then like steps back. I actually had a better speech than that prepared.
Yeah.
But my computer's off, so I apologize.
Hearing that he's not going to be killed right away, Torun, I think she is going to look over at Valerie and says, they're not killing him today. Where would they hold him prisoner?"
Wait, I fucked up. He was gone for several months. So addendum to the speech.
Okay.
He was gone for several months, and his father disappeared shortly thereafter. Okay.
Thereafter.
Yeah.
His father disappeared after several months, like recently?
Shortly after the disappearance of Ferul.
Okay, and was Ferul with me for several months?
If you remember correctly, on your session 0, there was roughly about 3-month time frame where he was stuck in jail with you, where he went from not being able to, fight with a stick to being a relatively competent, swordsman for a little one.
But I don't know what happened before. He could have killed his dad beforehand. These are things she's gonna need to find out.
3 months ago is whenever you first met him.
Okay.
3 months ago is whenever he disappeared from the woods. If you remember his story correctly, he disappeared because he was abducted while in the woods.
Right.
And the father disappeared shortly thereafter his disappearance.
So okay. What would Torun say? Because if the father disappeared after he disappeared, there's no way he could have done it because he was with Torun.
Valerie's gonna do something.
Okay.
Okay, so first she's going to grab your hand and she's going to say, "Stay back here. Don't do anything, okay? Just stay calm. If things look like they're getting dangerous, then step in. Okay?"
Okay, but he's been with me. He's been trapped with me for the past 3 months. He couldn't have killed his father.
This is excellent news. Keep that to yourself. I will do the same. And
he can handle a few tomatoes.
Yes, that's why I'm going to wait just a little longer.
So, Bill, if you look at Ferul, Previously, he was marked with a brand while he was in the fighting arena with uh, in the fighting arena with Ron.
Right.
That brand was put on his chest, and it is, if you look closely enough, in the shape of a raven.
Oh. That. Oh. Did Thrun show me hers?
I don't know. Ron, did you?
Not specifically. I mean, he might have seen it while we were, in the room. Or
Yeah,
he
well,
might have seen it. I showed it to the merchant, and that's
you
why
gave
he
him a
ran
sponge.
off.
Bill, you gave Ron a sponge bath, so I assume you probably
Oh,
saw it.
you're right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did. Did Ron's brand also look like a raven?
No.
Interesting. Either way, okay, that's good. That's gonna need to unpack that later.
Yeah, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
We will find. We will find out.
Aiden, while the gnome is talking,
Mhm.
you happen to glance at the scepter that the gnome is carrying, and there's a very familiar symbol on that cane.
Familiar as in it's the polarly drawn raven.
No, it looks very similar to what you recognize as the same symbol on your dagger.
Do I can't remember if I know what that symbol is.
Um,
I don't think I do.
mean, you know it's on the dagger, and it's also on the cane.
Interesting.
That's about all you know of at the moment.
Okay.
So the people in the crowd are starting to go up and grab some tomatoes. The gnomish guy pipes up before, or he, as everybody's grabbing tomatoes, he pipes up and says, "Is anyone who would like to come and prove his innocence before he is sentenced? The council will hear."
Tarun is immediately going to try to walk forward.
I'm gonna grab your hand.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna grab your hand immediately as soon as you move.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I was preparing for that.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Keep that information to yourself. Let me try. Okay.
But this is our chance.
I know it is our chance, but we might be able to prove his innocence in the public's eye.
The gnome glances across the crowd and says, I thought not. No one.
My hand is going to shoot up immediately. I have a question.
As your hand shoots up, the gnome like zones in on you like directly, and you can see kind of anger boiling behind his eyes.
Now, I'm curious about something. I'm sure we've all noticed some of the slaves running around. Their brands very telling. And I'm certain you all understand the illegality of certain types of slaving that is being used, as we know, somewhat all over the place. I noticed the brand on his chest, the mark of clearly illegal forced slavery. How long has he been missing?
The gnome looks over to the to Ferrul on the stockade and looks back at you and says, "Well, the child's been missing for like 3 months now. I believe is the count."
3 months. To the day, exactly?
Oh, it's a little 3 months a day, 3 months a couple days. It's close to. We don't exactly keep track of the little tykes that run around in the forest.
You don't exactly keep track of when the son of a local powerful merchant and lord goes missing.
He didn't exactly check in at any points, but we just assumed he was out doing his monthly, weekly hunting trips. Yes.
Monthly and weekly hunting trips, you assumed. Okay. When about oh actually I should say when exactly did his father turn up dead?
Uh, well, we haven't exactly found a body yet, but we found a destroyed wagon.
You found a destroyed wagon, so confirmation of death is not even known. What information, real information and evidence do you actually have against this man?
Do you want to give me a persuasion check real quick, Bill?
Absolutely. Thank God for higher than average intelligence.
I can't.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
Yeah,
So
big
you look out around the crowd while
What
you're
if
talking.
what if I say the exact same thing but for the kids in the back? Like I just shout it so that way it's louder.
Uh,
Because I have pretty good charisma.
so it's gonna seem kind of weird, um, but I will give you a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
That is
16.
better than both of my rolls.
So there is a small minority of villagers that kind of seem to be a little bit confused, but they're kind of nodding their head a little bit.
I just say it louder for the kids in the back. We care about them.
We care about the opinion of the future.
Yes. My back's too old for this shit.
Well, as you know, and he like squints at you, elf. The land is a difficult place to live, and if we don't find a body, that's not entirely un. It does not mean that there's no body to be found. It just means that it's not there.
It means you're making an assumption of his guilt with no actual evidence to prove it.
He bangs his scepter down kind of hard, like the butt of the scepter against the dais, and says, "Make your point, Elf. I don't have all day to talk to you."
I would love to talk to anyone in charge other than you because you don't seem to know anything.
Oh shit, we got a Karen.
I would like to speak with your manager.
Yes.
So the gnome kind of goes red in the face and says, "The council will not see you now. You are just an elf. You have nothing to offer this conversation. The
And
the promotion stands."
I think that Tarun has had enough.
1 second. Oh, just hold that,
Okay.
Ron. Please, just let Tarun hold her patience for 1 second. Without frying the crowd. I've seen you fight. I know what you throw. I am legitimately scared of your character in crowds.
I mean, are you about to say something? Because she's going to step forward and speak.
I am about to say something, but just before that, I'm going to look to you and say, "Not yet," and like, not like verbally, but silently. I'm going to, because I'm wearing the full cloak as well that I got from the guy. I'm going to like do that movie intro thing where I open up the cloak and reveal my symbol of the Raven Queen. I am more than just some passerby. I am an acolyte of the Raven Queen.
You are a fuck.
The Raven Queen's domain.
You indeed are a fuck.
The Raven Queen's domain rules over fate. I have not seen any sign that this man's fate is near its end yet.
The gnome looks somewhat taken aback, and says, "Well, Elf, as I have yet to hear a good argument about whether he should live or die, but it's a very hmm.
No
Say,
argument on whether he should live or die. Why should he die? What can you prove he has done yet, other than conjecture?
but conjecture or not, he disappeared, and he came fatherless.
And
There's
he came back with clear signs of physical trauma, as well as being illegally slaved.
That's when I'm gonna do the whole audience whisper of the ooh, got him.
I think a perceptive person might notice that there are little bolts of electricity dancing across her Torun's closed, clenched fists.
So the gnome in the purple robes is clearly flustered, and you can kind of see his face has turned a slight shade of red, as if in anger or possibly embarrassment. It says, "I'm coming here, elf," and like waves you to the dais.
One more time.
The
Just the last part. You broke up on the last bit.
the gnome kind of waves you towards the dais and says, "Come here, elf."
I walked towards him with my Raven Queen symbol still in hand.
As you get close to the dais, the gnome kneels down and goes, "Listen, I'm just trying to do my job, okay? the mayor told me to get up here and make this declaration. I'm just following orders at this point. I don't know what you expect from me. You haven't really given me an argument as to why this man has not killed his father, and he was set to inherit a large sum of money along with like the majority of his business. It just seems like it's a very plausible reasoning that he would kill his father to take over the business. Like, I need more from you than this. I don't want to kill this kid. He's a pretty good kid, and I know he's got the thing, but I'm just following orders, okay? Like, give me something. I need hard evidence. Like, he's got 3 days before
Fine.
his
I
execution.
can give you hard evidence right now. I don't want to do it here.
I mean, I have to go back and tell the mayor I did the thing. Like, they gotta start throwing tomatoes, and I gotta go back and tell the mayor that they're throwing the tomatoes. Like, I mean,
Tell them that they threw the tomatoes. Tell them they ate them. Tell them they shit them out and then threw them. I don't care. But I have hard evidence that at least at the bare minimum proves that this man deserves a fair trial and that we need more evidence.
he's already had a trial from the council. The council thinks he killed him.
From the council that didn't know any of the pertinent information. I do. At least get me an audience.
Retrial.
If I at least have a little time, I might be able to prove his innocence.
You've got 3 days. Like, if you've got hard evidence you can present now, and I can take it to them, then I can probably get some brownie points, and I'd be okay with that. But if I bring you up there, and if they don't think it's like hard, concrete evidence, then I'm gonna get demoted. I just got this position. The last guy got flung over the wall. Like,
understood.
Sorry, it's hard to do that voice.
I can show them hard information right now if you're willing to take me and one other person there.
Okay, tell you what, this is looking a little awkward. Let me get off this dais. I'll meet you over at the. Oh shit. You know what? Let's go to the Happy Drunk Tavern.
Excellent. We already know the place.
All right. So he stands up and steps back and says, "Well, without hard evidence, I must continue with the sentence. Please begin throwing your tomatoes, and 3 days hence we shall commence with the execution, with the possibility of what do you call it when you find somebody not guilty? whatever that word is.
Yeah.
Exoneration.
Exonerated. Thank you. With the slight possibility of being exonerated. So, without too much delay, please continue thawing or start thawing your tomatoes. And then, like, he steps off the dais, kind of quickly shuffling along with the guards, kind of looking back and forth at this weird interaction.
And just as I'm about to leave the dais myself, I'm just going to shout out for everyone to hear. Yes, throw your rotten food at a man that may have done nothing wrong. Yes, wouldn't that just be lovely? And I'm just going to walk away. I'm just going to walk over to where Tharun is.
Well, Torun.
Give me another persuasion check.
Oh, God. Oh, please. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Please. Jesus.
I'll give you advantage on this.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Jesus, I went to church all the time as a kid. I am owed something from my lost Sunday. Damn it.
I need a number.
15.
So the crowd kind of like looks back and forth, somewhat looking abashed. Some of them seem kind of happy to be throwing some tomatoes at somebody because they have a very bleak life to begin with, and it's one of the few fun things they get to do. There's a small child in the back that just hurls a tomato.
Torun is gonna
by the mother of the child.
Yeah, Torun's going to head up to the stage, and grab one of the tomatoes. But she's gonna lock eyes with Ferul if he looks at it, if he is conscious. Is he?
So yeah, he probably is because he got that bucket of water thrown in his face.
Okay. She looks at him and says,
Ferul sees you.
I don't believe you could have done this. Did you?
He goes, what?
That's what he says.
Yeah, he says what?
Did you kill your father?
What?
He
can't
does
hear.
he not hear her?
If you look at him closely, you can see there's he has quite a few bruises. There's blood trickling out of one ear. He looks like he's been worked over really good. Like he's been beaten up pretty badly.
She sighs, and then she's gonna turn and face the crowd. She's ignoring the Dr. Valerie now. She turns and faces the crowd and says, "This man is innocent. I'll be watching. Anyone who throws another tomato will have to answer to me." And she gets a 22 on her intimidation check.
God damn.
So I can't roll for this, but I really wanted another small child to throw a tomato. So I'm gonna say it happens anyways, but it falls short.
Okay. She does look in the direction of the child and gives the kid the points her fingers at her eyes and points them at the kid.
There's a mother right next to this child that's like grabbing an ear and like hauling the child away.
Not that Torun would ever hurt a child, but
where is that poor child that I saw?
Which one?
The one who was asking for money when I didn't have any. Well, supposedly didn't have any.
You do not see him.
Of course. I want to go look for him.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. There's a chance that won't come to bite you in the ass.
Looking for the child?
No, actually paying the kid.
I don't think that's what he's doing. But give me an investigation check.
He's working on it.
19.
You can't seem to find that particular child, but you do see a group of other children about the same age.
I go up and describe the child to the other children. Do you know where this child is, small ones?
They look back and forth between each other and go, "Oh, you mean Kevin?"
Yeah, where's Kevin?
Last time we saw Kevin, he was heading in that direction and pointed back towards the town.
All right. Thanks, guys.
If you hurry, you might be able to catch him. And they each of them hold their hand out to you.
Good Lord. I give each of them a copper.
Do you have copper on you?
Yes.
Do you?
I have 4 copper.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did have 4 copper. Okay, they take the copper and they happily walk away.
Gracious. All right, yeah, I'd start taking after the child.
So if I remember correctly, there are on the map the main thoroughfare, houses on either side, and then an alleyway behind the houses. If you go through the alley, which is the direction that they pointed, you can probably see the backside of the child.
I call out to Kevin.
Yo, Kevin!
What are you? You just say, ah?
No, I said that. I'm sorry.
I go, Kevin.
So Kevin turns around and looks at you.
I go, why are you so poor?
Kevin's face turns beet red, and he turns around and starts running.
I hold out gold. I'm like, Kevin, I'm trying to figure out if you're doing good or not. Like, you got a home?
Kevin stumbles and looks back and goes, that's wrong voice. I have a home. Papa, Mama, they died from the sickness.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where do you stay?
In this alley. And he kind of just looks around at the alley.
Yo, Kev, your parents are down with the sickness.
Oh, your voice for that guy who was standing up on the stand. I don't know why, but it reminded me of the guard for Emerald City in
Nobody sees the wizard. The wizard.
Yeah,
None
yeah,
of
yeah,
them
yeah,
now.
yeah. It reminds me of the guard for Emerald City. Yeah, and so I hold out a gold piece to him, and I say, "Who was that man that owned that stall back there?"
Kevin looks kind of behind him and around him a little bit. Kind of walks up closer and looks at the gold piece in your hand and looks back up at you. He goes, "That's Mr. Big's stall. You don't want to fuck with Mr. Biggs."
Who is Mr. Biggs? Why do you not want to mess with him?
He's probably one of the worst guys in town. He has shady dealings with quite a few different things, and he likes to swindle people. He came into town one day about 3 months ago with blood on his hands, saying that he had a windfall, and he's been here ever since. He's bought up quite a few of the children that couldn't live, by themselves. We're not a very rich town, and they don't really take care of the children that have lost their parents.
Where exactly is he now?
And he looks at the gold and looks back up at you and says, I can't tell you.
I hold out another gold.
Eddie. Eddie. Eddie.
Oh, I thought you were doing that to me. I was like, wow, beat your ass.
Come here.
Speak with me of that disrespect.
Hayden's gonna get an army of urchin contacts after this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Shepherd across the street.
Ron, you have no idea. I was actually thinking about fucking us opening up a fucking orphanage at this point.
He's gonna have his what?
Just
what
the way
are
you said that, I was thinking about fucking an orphanage. I was like, oh.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
You can call them your little mice instead of your little birds.
Yeah, my little mice.
Yeah, my little army of whispers.
So Kevin looks at the gold in your hand. It's 2 pieces down. He kind of looks back at you and is like, "That's not enough to buy my silence."
I look at him and go, you know there's no minimum wage, and these hands are buy one get one free session, right?
He kind of like looks at you. If you want to give me an intimidation check.
Fucking shit. Yeah, you intimidated now, you little shit.
Can I get an advantage on that? We kind of
No.
are in a dark alley.
He is a kid, so I feel like an 11 still isn't that far off.
11. It's not gonna make it.
All right.
We just lost somebody.
Bill.
Yeah.
And he's
There
back.
So Kevin goes. Your fists don't scare me all that much. Mr. Big scares me more.
I just want to punch this kid so bad right now. Be like,
I mean,
well, Mr.
it's
Biggs
open
isn't
world.
here.
It's open world, free reign. You don't have to pay the kid. You could just kill the kid.
Jesus!
It's a possibility. Like, you can go that direction if you want.
I really could. And I go, well, Mr. Biggs isn't here now, and I am.
Mr. Biggs has eyes everywhere.
Do you think those eyes would stop you from getting beat in this alleyway?
The kid kind of looks around and goes, well, no, but it'll probably kill me afterwards.
Damn it. I want to be so tempted just to beat the shit out of this kid.
But that's a goddamn it though. That's a good
And
argument.
I hold up
You know,
another gold.
He goes, if I tell you, you're gonna have to. I need at least 10 gold. At least
10 fucking. What are you gonna do? Buy an acre of land and raise fucking goats?
Let me get me and my friends out of here. We can't stay here any longer. If we do, Mr. Biggs just gonna keep buying up the kids.
Or how about you tell me where Mr. Biggs is and I go murk the dude?
You want to give me a persuasion check?
Is that one with advantage? I feel like that one could be.
That
Ooh,
Nat 20 both.
Double
both Nat 20s.
Double Nat 20. That's insane.
How?
How? He goes. If you whatever murk means, if you I'm guessing you mean kill. If you kill Mr. Biggs, we're still gonna be, the majority of us slaves. I have to buy him out of slavery, and then I gotta get us out of here regardless, because this town is just falling apart.
Okay, but you'll be free from Mr. Biggs, and then I can give you some money. But literally all I want to know is, where is Mr. Biggs?
He looks at you and then looks back towards the mayoral mansion. It looks back at you and says, he was here yesterday in the market, and then some crazy lady was talking to him, and then he ran off yelling for the guards, but he came back with some of his cronies. He typically hangs around the mayor's
Manor.
home. Manor? Yeah, Manor works. I think he must work for one of the council, I think. And he holds out his hand, and he's like, please, mister, 10 gold's all it'll take to buy everybody out of slavery.
So that's 13 gold in total?
No, just 10. He's just wanting 10.
No, I've given him already 2.
He hasn't taken
Or
it.
3.
It's still in your hand.
Okay, well, I'll mark off 12 gold.
He takes it, and then he smiles, and he says, thank you so much, mister, and, runs back towards the market.
Well, we were wanting to kill Mr. Biggs, so.
Yeah, he's a mark.
And Hayden knows that because I said, oh yeah, we put that letter there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's when I turn back around and go and find you guys. And I'm like, well, looks like I made a pact with an asshole.
So while that's been going down, I'm guessing y'all probably started walking back towards the tavern.
Yeah, I mean, Tarun stays long enough to make sure people start to disperse after her intimidation check.
I mean, they're still going to hang around because it is the market area, but it does seem like the majority of people are steering clear of the dais now as well.
Okay, then she'll wander off. She'll follow the doctor.
Yeah.
All right. As you walk off, you hear a thwap.
A thwap.
A thwap. Maybe like a squish.
I turn around. Is it any of the kids?
It is
Like the
one of
kind
the
of fish
kids.
you might associate with a rotten tomato.
Wait, is it one of the slave kids?
It is not.
God damn. I was about to be like, give me his gold. Fuck him.
Fuck it. You know what? The doctor will say, come on, give me all your pocket money right now.
Grab him
Right
by
now.
his ear. Grab him by his ear.
Well, y'all
Come
are
on.
already walking off. Like, I'm guessing y'all probably at that point past the dais and heading towards the Happy Drunk Tavern.
I mean,
Oh
honestly,
shit, that is true.
it was an empty threat anyway.
I like how we're all just turning into children abusers, though.
Well,
I'm sorry, that's not abuse, that's discipline.
I love it. Very 1920s of you to say.
If you look back, there is one tomato splattered across Ferrul's face.
Tarun just kind of mutters, but I mean, it's just a tomato. Like, it was an empty threat. She, as long as he's not being killed today, she can save him later. I mean, he's been, had far worse done to him. So.
Okay, so y'all head to the tavern.
Should probably get going pretty soon. So, is this going to be the last?
Yeah, this will be the last for today.
Okay.
I mean, you could have just as easily killed the guards.
Well, Bill wouldn't let me.
There was a fucking crowd of people.
Yeah, Bill was being a little bitch.
There was a crowd of people, and I want to remind you, level 2.
Remind us of level 2s.
We're only level 2. Yeah.
We're level 2s, and there were a lot of civilians in the area. If we're gonna fuck shit up and chew bubblegum, we got to make sure there's no sprinkles in the goddamn bubblegum.
But how else do I get crunchy bubblegum?
Damn, that sounds delicious, actually.
It really does sound good. Can we rewind and go fuck shit up?
So y'all make y'all's way back to the tavern. Y'all go inside. There's 2 guards placed on either side of the door to the tavern, and they just kind of let you pass, all 3 of you guys. But it doesn't seem like they're letting too many other people in. As you enter,
is Lard still schlomped on his chair?
Lard is still passed out on his chair. Those eggs were very, very nutritious and very sleep-inducing. Apparently,
He's probably gone into anaphylactic shock. Turns out he's allergic to eggs.
I asked the lady who gave me my food, did you put roofies in the eggs?
So you see Lard sleeping at the bar. The half minotaur is delivering some beers to the table with the purple coated gnome. You don't see Margaret. I think that was her name.
Yeah.
And she's nowhere to be seen, so you can't ask her. And you're just kind of standing in the doorway at this point.
Now we're waiting for what's his bucket. But that's when I whisper all the information I learned from that kid to the other 2.
Just do that, like that thing where two parties are walking across the bar, and one person walks like perfectly in a cross pattern, and just as they cross paths, it's just like, hey, heard about this, and it just keeps moving.
Yeah.
All 3
Well,
we're
also there to talk to this gnome.
Yeah, we're waiting for a gnome.
Because
me and Bill don't know that Hayden, is even interested in working with us.
Until he gives us that little
until
tidbit.
He gives
at least
us that.
Until he gives me that little tidbit. I don't know if you say it. Do we need a perception roll for that?
For what?
For you kind of do the cross path, the information drop type of deal.
As far as what me and or between Kevin and Tigger.
I mean, both of y'all speak thieves' cant, don't you?
I don't know.
Shit,
I
do
don't know that he knows these chant.
That's true.
Oh, that is true. Shit. Next episode is we're gonna need to learn some shit about each other, and not just like personal shit, like character sheet shit.
Yeah.
So I assume Tigger made his way up to y'all while y'all were making y'all's way back. Y'all just started discussing what Tigger learned from Kevin, and when y'all made it into the bar, y'all were finishing up talking.
Okay.
That
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Y'all wouldn't just sit. Y'all wouldn't just stand in the doorway talking to
Yeah,
each other while the gnome is just staring at you.
Torun is like, this Mr. Biggs certainly sounds like a villain, but first we need to see about freeing my friend.
Of course. And I guess we go over to the gnome's table. I'm also gonna flag down. Fuck, it was Jeremiah.
Jerry to his friends, but Jeremiah, yeah.
Oh, Jerry to his friends. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call Jeremiah, and I'm gonna do like, since there's three more of us, I'm gonna hold up three fingers, asking for 3 mugs of ale.
He nods in your direction and starts filling up 3 mugs.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sit with the gnome.
Torun stands next to the table, obviously itching to hurry up and tell him what the heck she wants to tell him, but following your lead,
Dr.
Valerie's lead. Yeah.
The good doctor.
Tigger, what do you do?
I feel like I'm semi already in the party with them too, because I information dropped them. They kind of information dropped me. But I'm like,
and I did order 3 beers.
But that's for.
No, not one.
The gnome already has a beer in front of him.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. I'll be chilling.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair.
So you pull up a chair. So there's the gnome, Tigger, Dr. Valerie, and Tarun at the table. So the gnome kind of like leans over and says, "Okay, what do you got? Let me hear it."
I'm just gonna go ahead and look at Tharun, and I'm gonna go ahead and using the eyebrow head nod thing.
Ferrul couldn't possibly have killed his father. He was
because I killed him.
No, he was with me.
To Baxi and says, "Do you make this game?"
I didn't say that.
No, Ferrul couldn't possibly have killed him because he was with me for the past 3 months.
So you were an accomplice then?
No. We were slaves.
Shit, I was worried about this. Okay.
Did the slave brand give it away?
Well, I figured he probably wasn't involved, but the fucking mayor is kind of being a dick right now.
Already are.
This council, it's a recent development. There's a few gentlemen that came into town about 3 months ago and talked the mayor into developing a new council. He either executed or exiled most of the previous council. It's been fucking ridiculous.
Sounds like it's going from a council to a damn dictatorship. He's seizing all the power he can.
It was more of the new, and he does air quotes, council is warping his mind, it seems at least. I mean, I'm not very major about, but I'm trying to investigate, and there's nothing there. He's locked out and removed the majority of his family. There's been disappearances and deaths. It's gotten ridiculous.
Well, we need to try to fix this. Where do you have any kind of a lead on the men that came into town?
They came from the east. That's all I know.
Are they still here?
Well, yeah, they're in the mayor's castle. I fucking ain't there. Not castle, fucking manor. And manor, like I fucking said that earlier.
Can you get us an audience with him?
I mean, if you bring me hard proof that the young Farul did not murder his father, I can get you there. Well, I can try.
Can you at least tell him that there's a chance just to stay the execution a little longer? I don't know if 3 days is enough.
I can try and see, but I mean, he doesn't listen to me. I'm just the I was the court jester before this shit. I juggled. Then fucking he tossed the goddamn previous fucking first right hand over the fucking wall and goddamn catapult. Like I can try, but it does not look good.
They came from the east. They're here now. Has anything else been happening other than the previous members of the council being either killed or exiled out of town?
Where to start? Well, well, I guess I can start from the top. So, about 3 months ago, everything just went to shit. The young Ferrul disappeared. His father, the Lord, I don't have a name written down. It's on my computer, and my computer is still off because I lost power. Let's call him Lord Farquaad. No.
Lord Boom Boom.
Lord Shu.
Lord Shu.
Lord Shun. Schewn. Lord Shun.
Okay.
So the Farrell went missing like 3 months ago. Lord Shun disappeared shortly thereafter, like within 3 days. The council came in 2 days after. We had a very shady man, very large shady man, come in, and he started buying up the children out of poverty.
Mr. Biggs.
I don't know his name. He's a very big, intimidating man. He kind of hides in the shadows during the council meetings. Let's see what else. Of course, there's the dead that have been attacking the city of Felheim, I think it was, to the east. The one y'all came from originally.
Yeah.
There's the dead that's been attacking Felheim for going on 2 to 3 months now. There's a mysterious ruin that's popped up nearby recently. Cats keep leading people to it for some reason. What else? There's another set of ruins that we thought were once abandoned that have started to get weird noises at night coming from it. That's off to the north. Let's see what else. The stronghold of the dwarves that's off to the northeast in the mountains has gone silent. We haven't heard a thing from them. And I actually have a list of shit that's supposed to be happening right now, and I again can't look at it, so I'm doing the best from memory.
No, you're good.
Let's see. There's the dwarves. There's the attack of the dead. There's the council re-imaging. Mr. Biggs. Oh, there's a tower that's just magically appeared off the coast. It's probably 15, maybe 30 stories tall. And it just came up about a month and a half ago. Like there's some shit going down, and I don't know. There's a lot of crap. Oh, I need a drink. Bartender, another. And he like throws back the last of his beer.
Well, sounds like to solve things here, we need more information on Mr. Biggs.
Oh, okay. There's something else I forgot. There's I can't get up high anymore. There's been word of a creature that's been killing people at night. It seems like parts of the council that didn't leave have been dying off, and a few what appears to be random people of the clergy has been getting killed off for no reason as well. I don't know what's going on there. The tithes to the church have dried up since the mayor's changed his council. What else? Oh, the adventurers that used to come through town have stopped recently. Just none, and the few that were still in town have all vanished as well. The board, what do you call it? Quest board. The quest board has been piling up with needs of villagers and outlying farmers from attacks of creatures in the night. There's just so much going on. I don't know.
Sounds like we need more information first on Mr. Biggs. I think that he's our first. I believe he's our first step. What do you two think?
He's. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, does Mr. Biggs hang around the church a lot, or like have associates or anti-associates with the church?
So I only usually see him in the council chamber, like during council meetings. I usually just sit behind the mayor and like take notes. Other than that, I hear he has a stall in the market. His food's not very good, but
He used to have a stall in the market.
he used to.
He's not there.
What? It's still his stall. Like nobody dares go near
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
it. Right, and nobody dares go near it. So
I did. I touched all of it.
well, I mean, you left it intact though, right?
Did I?
Should we?
I don't know. Did you?
Should we do something to it?
I'm just fucking with him at this point.
I mean, we certainly could do something to it.
We could. We could toss it.
I mean, it would certainly get his attention.
I mean, it would definitely draw him out. Well, it might. I don't think he really cares about the shit he sells. Like, I think it's more of a front.
What if we started saying
Wait.
What?
I have these letters. The people, I obviously like. I don't say this in front of him.
Do you like stand up and get everybody to like approach like away from him, just like 1 second and stand up and walk away?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
This is when, without saying anything, I pull out all the letters of the money that he owes people and the money people owe him.
Oh, that could be useful.
Torun blinks.
It's okay because I gently pet Tarun. I gently pet Tarun on the top of the head and slowly explain it to her. Let's see if I can.
I have been meaning to ask you a very serious question, Ron. Can Tarun read?
Yeah, she can read. She's not the smartest, but you know, she's not completely dumb.
Does my 23 of a persuasion help her understand?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, she gets it. I mean, she understands things. She's just not like educated, I guess, necessarily. She was educated in the arts of war.
You said she wasn't. You said that she wasn't exactly dumb. That is a -1 to intelligence. The average commoner.
She's below average.
below average in something.
Huh? She's below average, but she's got 14 wisdom, so that kind of makes up for it. Like she's got common sense about her. She just, some of the more technical aspects of life, of stuff like that, she doesn't necessarily get.
Okay.
She can get you through a dark alley and not get mugged, but the moment you sit down to do your taxes, she checks the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is perfect. That is like the perfect statement.
That works out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pass around the information that you got from the lockbox. Did you throw away the receipts of him owing money to people, or did you?
No,
keep
I kept all of that stuff.
Okay.
I just left the box up in the tree.
Gotcha.
Everything else came with me.
You're such a goddamn goblin.
You show that to Dr. Valerie and Tarun.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought Doctor was the gnome.
No, he's the former court jester, now right hand to the mayor.
Wow, big steps.
And like he's not like super intelligent, but he has a lot of charisma.
Well, he's a dwarf, so wait, sorry, he's a gnome.
There's a distinction there. He yells from across the room. He heard that one snippet of conversation.
We're all just in like a football huddle. We like Tarun just pokes her head up, does like the points at her eyes and points back at the gnome, and then just the doctor's hand comes up, places it on top of Tarun's hand, and just pulls it back down into the huddle.
Okay, well that information's passed.
All right.
Did y'all want to get up and talk to the gnome about it, or?
I wouldn't mention it to the gnome.
No, I wouldn't bring it up to the gnome.
He's not. He's too loyal right now.
I like him, but I'm not 100% sure if I trust him yet. But it's good to know him.
I like how we don't know each other, but we're like, let's go fucking murder someone with each other.
Oh,
hey, me and before you got here, me and Tarun were already talking about it.
Yep. Yep.
But like, I don't know you, but we're like, you want to plan a murder heist together?
We're gonna consider this conversation done, and we're gonna go up to our room and we're gonna fucking make a plan on how to fucking frame and murder a guy.
Sure. Well, you don't have to frame if all the credits there.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of want to destroy him publicly a little bit first.
Well, I mean, you don't even have to murder him. If you destroy his public image, like, there's enough people in the town that,
I'm not going to lie.
Some sins can only be washed with your blood.
This is true, and I say we save that for if we need to. But we're definitely going to kill him. That's going to happen. But I kind of want to watch his life burn around him first. I want him to suffer, and I want him to ask me to kill him. I want him to ask one of us to kill him. Yeah, yeah.
And then you don't kill him.
Well, if you let his life burn down around him, there's enough poor and angry people in this town that it might just happen regardless.
Oh, fucking bloodbath, fucking purge. We're gonna get a fucking purge going on in this fucking town.
So you're telling me we can get rid of the poor and the elite all at the same time?
We can definitely get rid of the elite, because if it's anything like anywhere else, the poor outnumber them 100 to 1.
True.
It's more like 200 to 1 in this town. It's as you've looked around, you can tell most people don't have much, and the very few have quite a bit. Like, most homes are like in very bad states of disrepair. Very few of them look even remotely habitable. Most people are walking around, ragged clothing, very little money to spend.
Oh yeah, we're gonna destroy this guy's life. All right, y'all. I gotta go.
Yeah, it's getting late.
All right, so the gnome just kind of says, "All right, well, I guess you don't need me anymore. I'll." Did you want me to try to set up a meeting to prove the innocence, or?
Yes.
Oh, all right. I'll talk to the mayor. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. I'm knocked back a beer. I guess I'll be going then.
And I'm still
Will
not be satisfied until I speak to your manager.
She says, "Will Ferrul be kept on the where he is, or taken somewhere else?"
Yeah, he'll be in the stockade in 3 days. Like, there's nothing I can do about that unless you can prove his innocence.
Okay.
Does he have around the clock watch to make sure he's not murdered?
Well, I mean, he's got 2 guards there. It's Fagan,
Are they going to be there the whole time?
Well, the guard will rotate, but they should. I set the guard rotation myself. I got Fagan and Sylvia, I think is her name. They're on rotation tonight, and then Jacoby and Fakwa have the rotation for the morning, and then he lists off some more names.
Do you trust them?
Well, most of the guards have family in town. They all seem like they're on the up and up. Maybe 1 or 2 might be a little bit worrisome, but I think they're all pretty good.
Okay.
So once the gnome's gone, the only thing Ferrul or Thorun wants to add is that if we can't prove his innocence by the 3rd day, I'm setting him free.
If we can't prove his innocence by the 3rd day, we're going to break him out of here and this town, and we're going to kill Mr. Biggs.
Well, yeah. Well, Mr. Biggs, yeah, he's got to go. But I just mean, I'm not going to give them a chance to execute my friend.
Absolutely. The doctor's going to turn to the tabaxi. You still, I still don't know your name. You're pretty good with that lockbox. Do you think you'd be good with a cell lock?
He's not in a cell.
Not
it's
yet.
Just a lock on the end of a stockade.
Oh, yeah. Do you think you could break into a stockade?
I think yeah, either lockpicks or fire can work.
Sounds like we have an excellent plan then.
So one of the pieces of information I forgot to put forth from the gnome, and my voice hurts too much to try to do the gnome voice again. But Ferrul actually is a blood descendant of the mayoral line, and the mayor isn't chosen; it is appointed by blood right.
Okay.
He's a couple generations removed, but he's one of the few remaining living descendants of, or not descendants, but relatives of the mayor.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have put that forth earlier, and it's again on my computer, and I don't have my computer up.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, thanks, guys. I gotta get going now.
Yeah.
We need to do our intro and extro. We didn't do it.
Oh.
We can go ahead and do it. No, me and Ron and Frank can do it. Hayden, you can go ahead and go to bed.
All right, thanks, guys. It's gonna be a rough one. Tomorrow's gonna be rough.
No shit, you gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Good night, Hayden. Hayden, you wanna just do a quick,
He's
hi,
gone.
I'm Hayden. I'm okay. All right. So, intro, extro again. I guess I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Yep. For your game.
Caleb or Carl still doing?
What?
Is Carl
Craig.
still there?
Yeah, Craig's still going. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember what I actually wrote a little blurb out. But let me try it. Welcome everyone to another episode of Realms of Rothgar, brought to you by the what is it? The something dice management?
Integrated Dungeon Management.
I thought I was going to do integrated dice management.
Yeah, dice management.
Okay. So, welcome everyone again to another episode of Realms of Rothgar, brought to you by Integrated Dice Management, the all test tech podcast. For tonight, I will be your DM or the game master or storyteller for the evening. I am of course Frank. You can find me in shit. I'm doing it wrong.
You're fine.
Let me try again. Welcome everyone to another episode of Realms of Rothgar, brought to you by the Integrated Dice Management, the All Pest Tech podcast. I will be your DM or storyteller tonight. I am Frank. With me tonight are 4 other people. We just lost somebody. I think that was Bill.
That was Hayden.
That was Hayden. Oh, okay. So with me is Ron.
Hey everybody, I'm Ron. I'm playing your lovable mystery girl Tarun.
And who can forget Bill?
I am Bill. How's it going, everybody? And I am playing the good doctor, Dr. Valerie Anders.
We also have Hayden, which he is actually not here at the moment, but he's going to be playing later on. He is a tabaxi. And of course, we also have Jaden, the dwarf. That's about all we know about him.
Just
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so extra.
Yep.
All right, everybody. That was another episode of Realms of Rothgar, brought to you by Integrated Dice Management. We're happy that you could have joined us. We know there's a lot of other podcasts out there, and we're glad that you spent the time wasted the time to listen to us. So I'm Frank. You can find me in a few locations if you look hard enough, but I'm not going to tell you how. We also have Ron.
You can find me on Twitter at Virillion, but I'll never check it. And you can message me.
I'll get you something.
I don't know, on Discord, on the Discord server we might one day have.
We also have Bill.
How's it going, everybody? I was your good Dr. Valerie Anders, and seemingly like everyone else, I have basically no contact. But if you want to find my wife, you can find her on TikTok at Baffy Doodles. And yeah, and y'all go ahead and have a fantastic night, a fantastic life.
And of course, we had 2 other people with us today, and it's already past their bedtime, so they have left us. But we had Hayden, and I don't know where you can find him. We also have Jaden, which I also don't know where to find him. So if you're looking for any of those guys or myself, have fun looking. You know where to get Ron and Bill at. So y'all have a great night.
Night.
Good night.
Love you.
Oops, sorry. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
All right, let me end the recording.
I think we're starting to get the intro and the outro down.
Do what?
I think we're starting to get the intro and the outro down.
It's definitely getting better. I feel like that was one of the better ones we've done so far.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always the